text, I know it's a toss up, but I hate the fact that we lost touch. Ayy, the Uber pulling up on call. Tell me, is you trying to fall through? I'ma leave it up to you. What you wanna do? Look, I'm trying to spend this time with you. Know we overdue. What you doing right now? Baby, won't you swing my way? It's been a day and I've been thinking out loud. I know I want you. Long time since the last time. Got a tab, we could run up. Knew you from the way, now we grown up. My look, yeah, made the realest ones nervous. But if you want it, tap in. I think that I know somewhere that we could go to crash land. We could keep the pace on slow jam. Don't leave me on red. Can we go back where we first began? No plans, all we had was the moment. This text, I know it's a toss-up. Ashamed who I was, now I'm paid by the sentence. Taking my time with it. Baby, give me yours, so I could get them butterflies trapped in your ribcage. Let me know we on the same page. Give me with a text, voice note or an emoji. Waiting all day for your name on the ID. So if you want it, tap in. I think that I know somewhere that we could go to crash land. And we could keep the pace on slow jam. Don't leave me on red. Can we go back where we first began? No plans, all we had was the moment. Just text, I know it's a toss-up. But I hate the fact that we lost touch. Yeah, the Uber pulling up on call. Tell me, is you trying to fall through? I'ma leave it up to you. What you wanna do? Lost touch. elements live rent free in my mind. Moody. Moody. But I keep everybody at a distance. If I build it, will y'all really come? Bought all these panties, but I really don't wear none. I like boys and I like girls, but I love my baby. Some may judge, but Emmanuel is still God within me. Yeah. I don't drink liquor, but it's something about a champagne toast. Still can't swim, but I sure could float. I rip the water, bear a sign, but all the elements live rent free in my mind. Yeah. Moody. Moody.
It's the High Powered Podcast. Lit conversations, debates, and advice that keep you turned up.
What's good? What's good? All right. Today is Sunday, March 9th. It's a little Bow Wow birthday. Just random, okay? Happy birthday to Bow Weezy. And we got a special guest tonight. I'm your girl, Priscilla the Queen Maker. And we got a guest. You know, I very rarely have guests on the show. And when I do, it's very rarely in cohesion. But tonight, I think that's going to be a little different. We have Lilith, Red Witch Tings, on here chit-chatting with me tonight. And I think it's gonna be a dope conversation. Okay. If you want real truth that's 360 degrees in circumference, then you came to the right place. My book club is open for those of you who want to join the book club. Okay. Make sure you check my link tree, the description in the comment section. If you ain't got 41 Shades of Men, make sure you get that. It's on Amazon and Audible. And with no further ado, let me go ahead and just get this show started. Okay. So give me a second. Let me get on that side of the screen. All right. So I got Red Witch Things here. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me, Princella.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It is an honor. So, you know, people been waiting for us to talk to each other for a minute. You know, people have been wanting me to talk to different women for quite a while. And I've never been opposed to talking to different women. But the reality is most women don't fuck with me. A lot of women are either intimidated or they have this basic female trait of trying to own and control territory, and they don't want to share the spotlight. How has your experience been in this space?
I think I have a similar experience to yours, and I think that that's why people want us to speak. And every time I go live, people ask, what do you think about Princella? I know some of that is them wanting to...
Yeah.
But I think generally people have... Our message is similar, and it's refreshing, right? And it's different from what women empowerment is.
Correct.
Right. So I have a similar... We have a similar message. Delivery is different, but it's similar. I think people are ready for it.
Well, they ain't got no other choice but to be ready for it, because they ass about to be back in chains.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, they about to be back in chains. So, I'm very happy to have this conversation, and I wanna get your perspective on what you see out here in terms of male and female relationship dynamics. What's your point of view on that? Who right? Who wrong? Who do the most BS? Just get into that for me.
I think that's so layered, right? I think that women are still stuck with looking for things in others that others cannot give them, right? You say men are not capable of love. Men are not capable of a lot of things that women want.
Correct.
Right. And that's what women are looking for in men. Women have always been looking for things outside of them. And when they don't get it, men are the bad guy. You know, everyone's, at fault for them looking for things that other people cannot and should not be required to give them.
Correct. Now, let me ask you this. Why do you think that is?
Why are women looking for things in others instead of themselves? I think women just don't believe in themselves. I think that women think everyone else has the right answer. And so even when I tell women, I don't know what your answer is, it's almost like they get offended. It's like women want to be controlled. It's a wild thing to watch, right? They want to be told what to do and how to do it. And they don't want to be adults almost. It's so weird. And I think that that's what women are looking for in men, first and foremost, because I'm sure you can agree with women want to be told what to do by men.
Yes.
They want women to be peers. They don't see women in a hierarchical structure like an elder or someone more wise. They rather receive that from men. So that's their first go-to. That's why they have such a hard time.
It's the truth. It's the truth. You know, I went to it's International Women's Day, right?
Yesterday.
So I went to a event yesterday, and for the most part, I was quiet. You know, I went there to hear other people speak. When they gave the opportunity for people in the audience to speak, I still wasn't going to really say nothing. But somebody said something to trigger me to kind of respond. So I responded, and I just gave a little short synopsis of the rundown of what women needed to do. One of those things, women needed to stop looking for somebody to blame and take accountability for themselves and own their power. And the few things that I said got very little applause.
Right.
But it was one black dude out the entire group of women. It was one black dude in there, and he raised his hand and he say, as a black man, we should walk beside our women. And let me tell you, these women damn near fell on the damn floor.
I'm sure.
Now, this is supposed to be a women's empowerment event, but a man say we should walk by our women, and these women damn near fall over their seats and screaming like Michael Jackson in the house, right?
Yes.
And no matter what a woman says, it does not matter. A woman can say the exact same thing a man can say, and it will be totally discounted. It'll be totally thrown out of the window, and a man can say the most basic, dumb stuff that sounds profound, and these women will eat it up, and they don't see that as a problem. Women actually want to be dominated. They want to be abused. They want to be dragged through the mud, and they'll say with their mouth that they don't, but everything in their actions and behaviors and their desires say otherwise.
Yes, their words betray them, right? And so we could say the same things that men say, but women will say, I hate them. She hates women, right? Which is crazy, right? People that hate you they watch you fall. They watch you destroy yourself, right? How can I hate you when I'm telling you things that's preventing you from getting what you claim you want, right? But women don't really want that. Women want the benefits of power. They want the benefits of being adults. Women want the benefits of everything, but they don't want to put in the work.
Correct. Now, when you call women out on this, right? They will say that you a pick me.
Yes.
Like you're only saying it to get male validation.
Right.
And it messes them up when they deal with me, because they don't know where to place me, because the thing about me is I don't even date men no more.
Right.
I don't care what men think. Yet I still tell women this, and they are lost on where I'm coming from, because typically women only listen to other women for two reasons. Either she'll listen to a woman because she's telling her how to get and control a man, or she's telling you something to trauma bond with you so you can blame the man. They not listening to no women telling you about leadership, personal accountability. The women don't want to hear that. They want to be
That's when
victims.
they hate you.
Yeah.
They hate you for that. They hate you for saying you need to be an adult. You are the reason. You are the reason for the results of your life. You. Not the man, not anyone else. You are the reason why your life is the way that it is. And they receive that as hatred. It's so insane to me. Right. So women have a hard time with actually receiving what they want. For actually, I think where women went wrong is asking men for things that they should be giving themselves. Asking men for equality, asking men for power, right? All these things that people in positions of power and who have the wherewithal to do these things for you, they're not going to give you everything you want. You're going to have to assume it or take it. But what's required for women to really be in power is they have to take it. They have to assume it. Men are not going to say, all right, here you go. That's never going to happen.
And that's what they want. That's
Yes.
what they want. And the sad
Yes.
thing is this, because a lot of women think I changed my message. And I didn't change my message. My message never changed.
Yeah.
Women came over here thinking that everything that I was teaching them about a man was to bash men and blame men. They didn't
Right.
think that the information was to educate them on men so that they could make a different decision. My education was about telling you that men were incapable of doing what you want. My education is about they're incapable of love. They're incapable of, and then I backed it all up with science. Then I gave them 41 Shades of Men. After you get all that information, the onus of choosing better in life is now on you. But the women thought that my job was to try to bully men, to talk to men, to force them to change, to do what women want them to do. Because women want to act like they so high. They want to act like they so valuable, that their vagina is so powerful and that they need to be courted. But if you tell a bitch to close her legs, it's like you're killing her. See, you want a man to trick on you and pay for you, but you can't close your legs, which tells us that you are more desperate for a man than a man is for you. See, a beggar.
So who's to pick me?
Who's to pick me?
So who's to pick me? Right.
Yeah, it's them.
Right.
So that means they Stockton went down, because no matter how much they learn about men, they deep down still desire men, and they can't close their legs, which means that they have given men the power to be the value. The reason that the man is the value is because the woman made him the value. Yes. She can't be alone. No matter how much he slap her in the eye, break her ribs, give her STDs, leave her with kids, no matter how nasty his genitals are, nothing will get these women to close their legs. And so when you tell the women that it's on you and that you're responsible for that, the women turn on you because they want you to beg men to do what they want them to do so that they can feel comfortable having sex with them, because they have no self-control.
So that they don't have to change.
So they don't have to change.
If men do everything we say, then I don't have to do anything. And I think that women were not listening to you with the intent on actually learning the male psyche. They were listening to you to bond from a place of whatever hurt they're in, whatever experiences they were having. It wasn't for them to learn, because if they were there to learn, they would understand what you were doing. And it's only but so much time you want to spend on men, because men are not going to change, and they're never going to change, and they don't have to change. That's the thing.
They don't.
Women have to change. Women do not realize how much power that they do have, but they don't want it.
They don't.
They want to give it to men. And so everything will always come back to men. And if you're not focusing on men by bashing them or speaking of their poor behaviors, if you're not doing that, then you hate women. Or it's so weird. It's so weird. So do you really want this power and equality and all these things you claim you want from men? Men know it's a joke. And if men agree with us, then we're a pick-me. I don't want anything from men.
Me either.
Right? I don't need men to do anything for me. And the thing is, Princella, men don't need me personally. Men need women.
Correct.
They don't need me personally. So I don't have to really do nothing. right? But in women's minds, that if a man likes what you're saying, if he's attracted to you or whatever it is, then you're trying to be picked, because that's what women do. Women operate from a place of wanting to be picked. That's why they'll do all this work. They'll listen to you. They'll do your book clubs, and same for me. And then once they find a man, that's it. Because that was never their intent to do better. Their intent was to do what they think we're doing for the male gaze.
Right.
Because men like listening to them. They make sense. Men are always saying what they say, so let me do that, and then I can get a man, and then I don't have to do anything with my life.
Correct.
So
And it's
women don't
sad.
really,
No, keep going. I was just saying it's sad.
Women don't, when women went wrong with asking men for things that men cannot give you. You spent a lot of time telling women, men cannot do these things. Men don't, and they don't really have to, because no matter what, babies is still being born. Everything is still happening, right? So no matter what you say, you're going to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Because now I have to be held accountable for myself, right? The other night I was talking about my decision to have my daughter at 14, right? So they hear 14. How can you decide that? Me sharing myself with someone is a decision, even if I wasn't aware of the magnitude of the decision. I'm still responsible for myself. That's how you have to operate in the world. You are responsible for what you don't know.
Yeah.
Regardless of how you feel about it, it's not fair. A lot of things don't seem fair to women because we hold the power. And so when you hold the power, more is required of you.
Yeah.
But women don't want that.
Right.
And so when they hear it, it's like, well, she hates me. How can I hate you?
Absolutely. That's what they think. Women
Yeah.
think I hate them. And you know, see, I'm ex-military, and I can't, and everybody knows that I'm ex-military, and I personally have come through the fire. Now I don't always dress like this. I don't always wear makeup.
Right.
And you all see me. I go in and out. One day I look like a tomboy. The next day I look like this.
Yeah.
But women typically would love to take my womanhood away because I'm not desperate like them. If a man dressed up like this and said that he was a woman, all the women will say, being a woman is more than makeup and wigs. That's what they'll tell a man. But they'll tell somebody like me, who will come out with a baseball cap or whatever, no makeup, and they will call me a man. But the experiences that I have as a woman don't qualify. Forget the fact that I've been raped by men.
Right.
Forget the fact that I birthed a child through my womb, right, without having a C-section. Forget that I'm a mother. Forget that I've had to have abortions from grape. Forget that a man pulled a gun on me and told me he could take it anyway. Forget all of the stuff that actually gives me the experiences of a woman. Because I don't cosplay and beg for dick and attention, then I can't be a woman. And because I have my militant side, the military and life will make you resilient and resistant to soft or childish ways. The women don't like to be talked to directly. They want somebody to baby them. But see, I can talk to them straight up directly like this, and they will call it abuse. But let a man kick them in their stomach, break their ribs, call them bitches and whores, nut in their eyes, and give them STDs. He didn't mean it. He didn't mean it. He was just upset. They don't even refer to that as abuse. As a matter of fact,
you gotta
go ahead.
But I just wanted to interject this right now. Women do to women what they complain men do to women. Everything they do to you, everything they do to me is what men do to women.
Yeah.
right? But they expect to be taken seriously when they say they don't want the treatment. But men see them doing it to each other, and dismiss your experiences.
Yes, they do.
They will dismiss it.
Yes.
The same way men do it.
Yeah.
Right? So it's all BS, all of it.
Everything that men do, they learn from women. And so what women didn't like is that the further that I went down the rabbit hole, because see, what people don't understand, what the women don't understand is that they're the ones that showed me who they were.
Yes.
When my ex did that shit. See, if it was just my ex doing that shit that she did, and all the women didn't jump in on that shit, I would have just looked at the women as being crazy. Her as being crazy. But see, the whole slew of women resonated with that behavior.
Right.
They resonated with that behavior, and they went on to reveal that they have a mentality. And I saw, oh, damn, y'all don't actually y'all not victims. You don't want to change. That's the reason why the women got upset with the fact of putting the mirror onto them. Because now they had been exposed.
Right.
You like abuse. You actually want to play the victim, and you just want to find a reason to get women off of the chopping block. Because you don't, and you're out here perpetuating all these behaviors, all of the behaviors. And so the further down the rabbit hole I went, the more I realized that the reason, because I started it off with Jane Elliott. When I talked to Jane Elliott, this was 2 years ago, I noticed that racism wasn't the issue. I noticed back then, a long time ago, that pick-meism was the world's issue, that women collectively support male behavior. And when I broke down the Jane Elliott thing, I showed that even though she was talking about the pale, stale male, when you start talking about that white male, she goes in to support and continue that. That racism shit is just bullshit. It's male worship. And when I got down to the bottom of it, I came to the conclusion that women don't want to overthrow patriarchy because they the fucking creators of it.
Women, yes, they are creators of it. They are the upholders of it. And I believe that women have an envy for men because men can openly do and say whatever they want to do and say to women and face no repercussions. Women don't get to do that.
And the only reason they don't get to do it is because they the ones that support it.
Right.
It's them that supporting it.
Right.
Because
so it's penis envy there. Women have a lot of envy for men because women really want to live like men. That's their real beef with men. It's not the shit that men do. It's that they want to be able to do the same thing and men accept it. Men don't accept a lot of stuff that women accept.
Correct.
And it bothers them.
But see, guess what, Lilith? See, I'm reading. See, in my book club, we reading When God Was a Woman, right? And that book,
I have that.
The book, that book revealed that everything that women are mad at, women did it first. Everything that women doing to men, women did men this way first. And so what women are upset about is that they want men to get back in the original place that women had them. And so you're against women if you don't get on board with trying to get men back under our thumb. But the only power that women ever had over men was sex. And men,
and that's free.
That's free because women are so desperate for male validation that they transact with their fucking vagina to get male validation. Women started all of this, all of it.
You know how many times women ask me, who am I with, who I'm sleeping with? They're so obsessed with that. It's so weird. Like, why is everything turned into sleeping with someone or having sex? Women are obsessed like men. Women are no different from men. It's just that it's sort of looked down on for women to be like that. while they're still like that. So they're covert in a lot of their ways, right? They're sneaky. It's a lot of things women do that men do in the open that women are jealous of.
Yeah.
And so they want to keep women in line, right? Keep women in line like men do, and also be against men.
Yeah.
Right? But when you get beyond, when you study women behavior, you start to realize that women are the cause for all of this.
Yes.
Men just mastered it.
Yeah. That's it. And
So,
women
yeah.
hate to hear that.
Of
They
course.
hate to hear it.
Of
'Cause-
course.
And
Of course.
from a woman's point of view, she ain't did nothing. No matter how many boy moms want to have incestuous desires for their sons, no matter how much they rally for those males to get off on crimes and all of that stuff, no matter how much they support them, no matter how much women house nothing dudes, no matter how much they fund them, women don't think none of those behaviors contribute to supporting patriarchy.
Right.
None of them.
Nothing they do. We are not the problem because men are stronger and they should be leaders and they should know better. That's the place women come from. Well, men should know better. But then they want to be, they call themselves queens and goddesses and all these things, but you're not acting like that. You're not in that role. You're
And
in
then
the
they reject
subservient
it.
role.
And then
Of
when you
course.
try to bring them up to that level, they reject it and they kick
Right.
and scream. And they
Yes.
want to burn the world down because they
Yes.
can't get their way. They are
Yes.
perpetual children.
And victims.
Yes.
And they don't want to hear that. And they know it's true. That's why it bothers them. Women want to hear women empowerment to women is ganging up against men.
Yeah.
And that's where everything started from. It's not about, well, when I look for something, I want to know what I want. I don't want what somebody else wants. Women want to operate in the world as men. We're not equal to them. We should want our own power. But I think that women don't even really know what they want. So it's hard to create something and you don't know what it is. You don't know what you want. You just know that you don't like the position you're in. But the position you're in, you don't like it because you don't have the power you want. So if women could remain how they are and still have power over men, they would be fine.
That's it, because that's what they want.
Yeah.
They want
Yes.
everything. They
Yes.
want to have their cake and eat it too.
And it's not going to work.
It's not going to work. So women complain about men, but they don't want to
Yeah.
stop dealing with men.
Right. So you can't have it both ways. Either you want to, and women have a hard time with that, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to deal with men, you got to accept men how they are. You don't have to accept the poor behaviors. Like, that's the thing. You don't have to live through the poor behaviors, but you do have to accept their nature. Accept who they are. And if you still decide, well, I want to do this, then you can't want to change them. It's never going to work. It never did. That's why women are still in the same position and reverting backward.
Yeah.
We're on our way to Handmaid's Tale. Like, this is what women want.
That's what they want.
Can you imagine? In 2025, women are asking for men to provide. Like, this is where we are in life, where women are asking men to do things for them.
Yeah.
When we're strong and independent, we're the most educated. It's a joke. Men are looking at women and saying it's a joke. What do you want? You want us to lead and take care of you, or do you want to be strong and independent? No, women want everything, and it's not going to work that way.
Yeah. Women
You got to
don't-
pick or choose.
Women
Yeah.
do not want to do that, right?
Yeah.
Because women are truly sex addicts. They are addicted to every emotion running in their body. And if they don't feel an emotion, they think they're dead. And
They're sex addicts to men and women. Women
Yes.
objectify each other
They
probably
do.
worse
They
than
do.
men do.
They do.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
do. And then they be lying, Lilith. They'll lie and say they straight and strictly dickly, but be over there looking on Cornhub.
For sure.
I swear to God, I found a Facebook post. It was like 30,000 shares, 20,000 likes, some crazy number. And all the women, because a woman got up there and said, I ain't gonna lie, scissoring feel the best, or some crazy stuff like that.
Right,
And
right.
so many women that claim they
Right.
straight. Ooh, I want to
Right.
try. I've been wanting to do this for a while. This is what they do. This
Yes,
is the type
and
of
I think-
stuff they do.
A part of women, I talk about this too. A lot of women use women as placeholders.
They
They
do.
can't get what they want from men, so they go with women, use women. Women do exactly what men do to women. They use women for pleasure. They use women for emotional baggage. All these things women do to women, they do to themselves, and they can't do it to men. So they go to women, and when they find a man, women try to play a man's game in woman. You can't do that, right? And so they find themselves in this space where they don't really know what to do, and so now I'm gay.
Yeah.
You're not really gay. You just can't get what you want from men.
That's it.
They can't make a decision. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's it. That's it. Like
Yeah.
they'll like when I first decided I was gonna start dating women, right? I got on the dating app and I got off of that real quick. You know why?
Sure.
Because all the women over there looking for women to take home to their men. Like they're getting on there to hunt for women to bring back to a fucking Dusty.
Women will put you in danger.
They will. They will.
They will. You got to be very careful. Women will put you in danger. You finally, women have always been the greatest danger to me. Always. Anytime it was an issue, anytime I was attacked, it was always a woman, right? But I never really realized how bad it was until I started doing this work. That's when the doxing started and the attacks. It's like you would think that I'm trying to destroy women. I'm telling you about behaviors that keep you from mastering yourself.
They don't want to hear
And they
that.
want, and they will put your children in danger because they don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Or they'll create 15 Facebook pages so they can follow you from 15 different. It's so insane.
They do that to me too, and that's the reason.
Yeah.
Like, and then listen, they can say a person can come up with any bullshit, and a person will believe it, right? They saying bullshit about me that ain't nowhere near true. They would listen because I speak about personal accountability so much, and I walk it like I talk it, and people cannot find a hole in my arguments or none of the stuff that I'm saying. They want me to be so evil, so bad. People want me to be low down so bad that they have to create lies. They
need to relate to you, Princella. They could have related to you when you were talking about the nature of men. That was easier, but now women are receiving it as you are talking down to me. See, women don't really want community. Really, what we are doing is community, right? Teaching other women how to empower themselves. That is community. But what they would rather see is us fighting like this.
Yeah.
Right. They would rather that. Women are looking at other women who teach them as peers. So how dare you talk to me that way? They're not saying, oh, you know what? This woman may have some knowledge and wisdom that I could benefit from. They take it as an offense, which is insane. And then you see what women do when you fall out. That's when they start telling you how they really feel about you.
Yeah.
That's why women think the truth is hate. Because anytime you have a problem with women, that's when they start telling you, oh, I never really liked that on you. You fat.
Yeah.
You wasn't really that girl. That's when women start really telling you how they feel about you. That's why they're receiving the truth as something being wrong, because they lie to you until they don't like you.
Yep. And that's a shame. Because I don't live a lie, right? Most of these women that come out, they can't ever come out with a bald face in their real hair.
Sure.
They can't never come out for who they are. So if anybody living a lie, or it would be them. So I'm able to come out and be and say things exactly how I am. I ain't never been fake. I ain't never been fake.
Right.
And so that's one thing they can't stand.
Right, because it's forcing them to look at their lives, which is not a bad thing, right? We all can look at somebody else and say, damn, I like the way they do that. But women take it as a personal attack if you're not like them. So I tell women, I don't want to be relatable. That's not the point here. The point is to be my best self. I don't want to relate to the shit you go through. I don't. That's why I don't have any more kids, because I don't relate to a lot of the shit women experience with men. But I do have certain experiences that I can teach you from. But women don't like that. They want you to be the same because they feel like you are their peer.
Yep.
The only people that are superior are men.
Mm-hmm.
That's the mentality women have. So when you have a woman who's empowered, who does everything she says she does, that bothers women because they're fake.
Yeah,
women are fake and women are fake and fickle.
The majority
Yeah.
of them are fake.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
they
yeah.
can't listen. In order for them to get a man, because here's the thing, this is the easiest way to tell that women are fake. Because most women need to be picked by a man,
Of
and
course.
men are not gonna like you being you. You got
Right.
to perform for men. And since
Yes.
these women want men so bad, they have to be fake. They have
Yes.
to change themselves to be noticed by a man. They
Right.
have to.
And you know why?
They can't even live.
So-
Go ahead.
So you know why, and tell me what you think about this, right? Because women are who they are, it's hard to like them for who they are.
Mm-hmm.
If they were more empowered and more real and authentic, it would be easier to like women for who they are. But women don't realize they're all the same.
They are.
So you gotta perform in a different way so that men can find a value in you.
Mm-hmm.
If women were more of themselves, then they wouldn't have to do that. But women are not real. They're not realistic. They're not authentic. I spoke about this yesterday. When men meet women, men say, I wonder if I'm going to like her.
Right.
When women meet men, women say, I wonder if he's going to like me.
Mm-hmm.
Because women are all the same. So women have to do some type of performance to set themselves apart. Because authentic women are very rare.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to see, to find a woman that's like, yo, she's up here.
Mm-hmm.
Most women are not like that.
No.
And they know that about themselves. And so when they see somebody like you saying these things about them, it makes them feel inferior.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's hard. Women don't really want to do all that's required.
Mm-hmm.
They want to put on makeup. They want to put on wigs.
Mm-hmm.
They want to do, that's why I could talk 10 minutes about self-mastery and women would say, what's the lip combo, sis?
They forever children.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
if you don't do all that, here's the thing. And if you don't do all that, the women don't think you're feminine. Women
Yes.
have made femininity a fucking outfit that you buy from the store.
Sure.
They are
Sure.
so superficial that they
Sure.
are completely disconnected from the true essence
Yes.
that makes you either masculine or feminine. They think it is a costume. So
Yes.
all they do is play in makeup and wigs all day long. And if you as a woman don't do that same behavior, you're not feminine. No
Right.
man wants you. But what they don't
Right.
realize is that the men that you want, that you jumping through hoops to get attention from, I talk to them men.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
These
And
top dogs.
those men will DM and email me and ask me, can you teach my daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Because men don't want their daughters to be like most women. Women don't like to hear that. They dragged my black ass on the internet when I said that. Men do not want their daughters to be like women.
Yeah.
They don't send their wives to me. They send their daughters to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So those men, when you're talking to those men, you hear how they think.
Yeah.
Right? And women are so clueless. They have no clue.
They have no clue. And then when you try to tell them, they
Right.
like to believe they know something that they don't know, because women think with their vagina. Vagina is so free because women
Yep.
pay for everything with it. If a woman
Right.
want to feel love, she offer up vagina. If she want attention, she offer up vagina. If she want to take a flight, she offer up vagina. She want a bite to eat, she offer up vagina. If she want to get back and get her lick back, she offer up vagina. Women, that's why the man went around asking, would you rather your son be gay or your daughter be a hoe? He said, I'd rather just my daughter be a hoe. He said, why you say that? Because women are born whores. And look at them. Look at them. They live their
And you
lives.
can't. And the thing is, you can't be mad at stuff like that, Princella, because
No, you
see
can't.
it. You
You see
can't
it.
even be mad at it.
Yeah.
And then we'll repeat it, and women say, "Oh, she's a pick me," or "She hates women." No, you are giving us the material. I don't have to read another book. All I got to do is study women, and women will give me everything I need to talk about.
Yeah.
It's your behavior.
Yeah. And if you see it and call it out, you're on men's side. Well, damn.
I ain't on nobody's side.
I ain't on no. I'm on the truth
Right.
side.
Exactly.
I'm on the damn truth side. And the truth is, look at you. Look at you. Women, if women sitting up here talking about 4B, you can't do no damn 4B. I'm like, why are y'all still saying this? That you're doing 4B. First and foremost, the 4Bs mean no heterosexual sex, no heterosexual marriage, no heterosexual dating, and no childbirth. And they specified heterosexual, ma'am. Ma'am, you dick thirsty.
Yep.
You can't stay away from penis.
Yeah.
How you gonna do 4B? Because, ma'am, you so hot in the pants that you'll just close it temporarily, and you can't wait to bust it open for the next dust mite that come across your face.
And that's why men laugh at women who say they're abstinent and celibate and they're practicing 4B. Men know that women don't have it in them to
They
do
don't.
that. And that's why I say I don't have to sleep with men. I don't have to do nothing, because there's always going to be a woman available. I don't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
And when you realize that women are everything we talk about, they just hate it. And instead of saying, you know what, I don't like this part of me. You know, you said a few things that made me think about myself, because I'm always open to learn, right? That's humility. That's the humility I'm talking about when I say women need to be humble. The ability to look at yourself. Somebody's saying something about you. You know it applied, but you want to attack the person. You're the one it applied to.
Yeah.
I don't know you. I got to remind women sometimes, I don't know y'all. What I say is what I see in women. I'm not making this stuff up. Right. And clearly I'm not, because you're triggered by it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's them all day, and they get women like they personally get mad. I'm not this. Yeah. They just like the men that they complain about. If you say something about a man, not all men, and the women who are desperate to separate themselves, they say not all women. No. It's you, because you feel the need to defend yourself. See, I say that. Yeah. I was saying that yesterday, Princella. I said that women always looking for if the man likes them, right? There's so many women. Oh, I'm not like that. Why you need to tell me that? I don't never go to tell somebody, that's not who I am. Exactly. I don't need to do that. But you need to defend. Right. It's no need to. You know what applies to you, but it bothers you because it's applying to you and you're being called out. Women have never been called out like this in their ever. Women have never, and it was like little pockets maybe years ago, but now it's overwhelming for women, and they so far gone. Women have no social skills. Women don't know how to ask a question. Conversations are like pulling teeth with women. It's so difficult. And the one or two, and it is women out there that get it, but it's rare. It's so rare. And instead of women saying, you know what, even if this doesn't apply to me, let me listen to it, because maybe I can get something out of it. No, all this stuff apply, because that's the problem. Because women will sit up there and go through years and years of trauma with a man, and then get out and be single for a month or two and act like this stuff don't apply to them. Man, the reason you stayed with that dust mite because you was desperate to fulfill a fantasy, right? And women's whole lives are wrapped around the idea of having this perfect man. Women... And so women cannot live a life of freedom and empowerment because they desperately need a man to play this role. And they so desperate that they are willing to dig in the dumpster to find any dude to put in the place. And guess what? As a result, these women let their kids get abused by these men. They'll allow themselves to get abused. Women are so out of line that they don't understand that they the foundation for why the world look the way it look. It's female
Yep.
behavior. It's female
Yep.
desperation. It's female
Yep.
low self-esteem. The reason that a bitch
Yep.
got 4 and 5 kids by 3 different dudes is because of her desperation and her low self-esteem.
And
that
that's
she
what I
don't
was
wanna
saying
check.
earlier. But that's what I was saying earlier. Whenever you open your legs, it's a decision, it's a choice, right? My body, my choice. Women want to talk all this hot shit, but when it's time to admit your decisions, you went and had all them kids. Your life is the way that it is because of your lack of decision making. Then they'll say, well, nobody told me. Well, when people tell you, you dox them. Right? So it's really women are so far gone because nobody cared enough to tell women about themselves. And that's what women fail to realize. Telling you about yourself is not hating you. Not telling you about yourself is hating you. And the people that had to do it were men. And men ain't going to tell you because they don't care. As long as you're doing what you here to do, which is breed, all for pleasure, right? Whatever, clean, cook, whatever the men, as long as you do that, men will grit and bear it. So self-empowerment, self-mastery, self-actualization is for a woman. If a woman doesn't want to do it for herself, it's never going to happen. But women usually resort to that when their relationship ends. So like you said, they'll not have sex for 2 months and then all of a sudden they think they got it. Nah, I've been doing this for over 20 years. It ain't got nothing to do with being abstinent. It's about the work you're doing with yourself.
Correct.
And again, this is why women can't be with men and master themselves.
No, they can't.
They can't. I was, and to be truthful, right? First, I was saying, you know what? Maybe. But then I was listening to you one day. You spoke about that. I said, you know what? She right. And when I listen to things, I measure it against human behavior. And it's the truth. Women come to me and say, oh, Lilith, I've been studying your work and I finally got married. Are you insulting me?
Right.
I'm not teaching you how to be with men. I'm not teaching you how to receive dick and have babies. None of my work has nothing to do with that, but that's women's ultimate goal. See, what you teaching, they can't see the end.
Right.
But at least with a fantasy, you know that there's a man there. With self-mastery, they're not enough. Their ending, their power is not enough. They want to know, what else can I do? If it doesn't involve men or being attractive to men, most of women's issue comes from phallus worship. They worship it.
Yes.
And so they're never going to get beyond that if they don't get beyond male-centeredness.
And here's
Male-centeredness is the problem. Yeah.
Women think that they're programmed to do this. They're not.
They're not.
This is the woman's nature. This is the woman's nature. And she can't conquer herself. She's born a dependent fucking slave that's designed.
And I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Because I'm so tired of hearing, oh, it's Disney. Disney ain't conditioned y'all to do nothing. It's you. You remain in survival mode. That's why you're so desperate for men. Women who elevate out of that are not desperate for men. Even if they still entertain men, it's not from a place of desperation. That is who women are.
Yeah, that's it. That's their soul. And they can't break away from it. Women are desperately trying to figure out how they can keep penis and a man in their life and do all of this evolution. You can't.
Sure. You can't.
As long as that dude is there, your ass is gonna be stuck in hell. It's just there.
Men are not going to allow you to. You're not going to be with a man and fully evolve like that. It's going to have to, something is going to have to lack. You can't have it all. This is why when women will work on themselves and evolve and leave their husband, because it can exist together.
Correct.
You are on a man's purpose when you're in his life.
Yep.
Your little self-mastery or your little cute job or your entrepreneurship, that's not going to get in he's not going to allow it. So it's limited there. So you can't have both, but it's hard for women to accept that because they don't want to give up men.
Yeah, they don't. They desperately need it. And so I just say, if you want a man, accept them black eyes, accept the gaslighting, accept him accept him double dipping because he might be with you and he might be with a man. Accept that. He
Right.
gonna have multiple women. You ain't gonna be the only one. You ain't the center of the universe. And guess what, ma'am? All you offer is pussy, cooking, and cleaning. And you and the rest of the women
Yes.
do the same thing. Y'all ain't
All the
nothing.
same, yep.
All the same thing. You have no
Yep.
individuality.
Yep.
All you know how to do is suck and stuck. That's all you know how to do.
Yeah. And all women are doing the same things.
Same thing.
Men are going from woman to woman for a different experience of the same thing. It's all the same thing. And when you realize the male nature, when you accept it, you realize that you ain't probably never gonna have a man to yourself. All that my man, and he's not this, and we can't accept them cheating.
You
don't
accept
have
them
to
cheating.
accept nothing.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't have to, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah, you're gonna be in Delulu
Right.
land, and that's
Right.
why Charleston White got up on Real Life Street Stars, and he was like, "Shit, you gotta lie to a woman, even when you tell the truth. You got to lie to a woman because she can't handle the
Yes.
truth." See, these women,
Right.
you think you gonna have a man to yourself, and the only way for you to believe that is if he lie to you, and then you ask him to lie. Women beg men to lie to them. Women absolutely hate the truth.
They want us to lie to
They
them.
want us to lie to them.
They want us to tell them they got this, they could do anything. All of that. I never tell women that. You got this, sis, so you could do. I never tell, because I don't know that to be true. So
Yeah.
women want to be lied to. They want a fantasy because the truth hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Men know exactly what they got to do to get women.
Yeah.
To get women on board. And women know they're being lied to. I hope they know.
Yeah, they know, and they just want you to continue to lie to them.
Yeah.
Come
yeah.
on, lie to me, baby.
And act in ways that, have them believing that they are getting the results that they want from men, which men are very limited. Men are limited in the things that they do, and not saying they're bad people, but they are limited. And the things that women want, men are not going to give them. Men cannot give it to them. They're not capable of. Right? And when you realize that, you fall back.
Women don't want to hear that though. They
Right.
want to
I ain't
test the
doing
ground.
nothing. Yeah.
I ain't doing
Yeah.
shit. Women want to test the ground. Women want to keep saying, I can prove you wrong. It's so many women
Right.
that used to
Right.
watch my channel, and when they got offended because they felt like they man was different, or baby, them men did exactly what I told them, and they brought their ass right back over here. I
Right.
thought he was
As
different.
they always do.
As they always do. I don't know why you got to learn the hard way.
They think because they think they're the exception. I tell women all the time, as pretty as I am, I ain't the exception. I'm never going to be a man's everything. A man is never going to be satisfied with me. It's always going to be other. And the chick could be mediocre. He going to be with the mediocre. He going to come back to me. This is how men are. Right? But the thing is, women are not in it for the things that if women really went by their nature, it wouldn't be so bad, right? Because women are transactional. If they dealt with men for the reasons why they wanted to deal with men, it wouldn't be so bad. If women dealt with men they were attracted to, it wouldn't be so bad. Mm-hmm. Right? If women dealt with men for money, right? You got to stop trying to get your emotional needs fed from men. We got to get that from each other. Don't say that. You trying to make us gay. You just trying to make us. It's the truth. It's the truth. But the women don't want to hear. Women don't want to hear that because they hate each other. If you tell women that your true companion is a woman, she will curse you. Because women are they're sexually driven. Everything with women, they're thinking about sex. It doesn't have to be that. But only a woman understands how I truly feel in my emotions. Only a woman could relate to that. Men cannot. You're never going to get that from men. You need to have a community of women that you can emote with, that you can feel with. That is what community is. Community is not you have friends until you get a man. Or you have a girlfriend until you find a man that you like sleeping with. Women use women. And because women are not genuine and authentic with women and they don't like each other, they don't understand what you mean when you say you need women. Whatever you get from men is always going to be conditional. It's going to be limited, right? And you need women for the emotional aspect of it. We need each other for that. You're not going to get that from men.
But see,
Men are not going to love you, or none of those things.
And here's the problem. Evolved women don't want to deal with women who only deal with them for emotional reasons. Because, bitch, I'm telling you straight up, don't come to me talking about no motherfucking Dusty, because, bitch, I don't want to hear it. So I don't even want to be in commune with women that still fuck with men, because, bitch, you're traumatized. And I don't want to hear your shit.
And the thing is, and I spoke about that before, right?
Yeah.
And I have a few women that I teach that are married. But the reality is, when you're married, you're still under the covering of a man. So you have a safety net, right? I don't have that. I don't have a husband. I'm out here doing what I need to do for myself. So my experience with the world is different from a woman experiencing the world with a husband. So it's always going to be like a disconnect there, because she doesn't have to experience things the way that I do. It's going to be different. Right. And I like to, I want women around me, right? I don't want them using me, but it's hard to connect with a woman who's married, because it's a male there. It's always going to be that mentality with them, even though they're trying to work on themselves. Now, I don't know, women want to know what the solution is. I don't know, right? I'm attracted to men, right? A man, right? But I see the difference, because I used to live with a man. I was married. I see the difference when you are living with a man, actually in a relationship, and, courting with a man. It's two different things, right? So it's hard to connect with women like that, because they have that man there. That's the safety net for them. Mm-hmm. Regardless of what, right? Regardless of what happens in their life, there is a man there.
Mm-hmm. But even then, it's not really a safety net. It's an illusion of a safety net, because typically they ass be doing everything anyway.
Right. But the presence, all they need is the man to be able to say, I have a man, right? Women do it to me all the time. You ain't got no husband. How do you know your stuff works? You don't have a husband. What does self-mastery have to do with getting a husband?
These women are sick.
I mean, we all can get a husband. Right? That's not a hard thing to do. But they want to do the work, and they want the results to be a man. Mm-hmm. So even if it's not a safety net, in their mind, the man himself, the presence of a man, is a safety net. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to connect with women like that. It's
true, because even when it comes, just think about what the women used to say back in the day when it came to being a father. You don't have to do much. All you have to do is be present.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
The man ain't have to do shit. All these women want is a man in their face. And for me, because see, what people don't understand, like, I just started dating women back in 2022. No, 2023. It's 2025 now. No, 2022, one of them years. I've been with men my whole life. I married a man. And most of these women that talk shit about me can't even say that they had a child in wedlock. They got 4 or 5 different motherfucking babies. And for some reason, people think it's an insult because I was married to a man. It's how the hell you think I learned everything I learned?
But because they don't do the same thing, Princella. Yeah. Getting with a man and understanding what's happening. Women are not doing that. Women are getting with men to be with men.
Yeah.
So when I talk a lot about, my father was a polygamist. Mm-hmm. And the things I seen him put women through, the things he told me he didn't want me to go through, I use that to teach women. And they get offended by it. Well, he didn't care about women. He was disrespectful. Okay, but what is the lesson here? The difference between my father and a lot of men is that those women knew. You just don't know. You don't know how many women your man have. Right? So it's women just have a hard time with everything. Anything to do with, go ahead.
My thing is this. I'm trying to figure out where the attraction is to men. Because all bitches do is sit up here and complain about men 24/7.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
So number one,
Right.
all the studies show that women ain't even getting no damn orgasms. That's number
Right.
one. Okay? The women are losing in marriage. They bitch and complain about men all day. And then when they get with the men, they spend all their energy trying to turn this man into a fucking woman.
Yes.
Women actually like men to behave like women. They want a
Yes.
woman in a
Yep.
man's body. And these women
Right.
sitting up here watching lesbian corn, okay? Objectifying women, even worse than men, like you say. The women don't make no logical or rational sense. I'm still trying to figure out what is the attraction to men, because you don't even like men. Because
They don't like men.
They don't.
Women don't like men.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't. They don't like a lot of things about men. They don't like men. They don't like how men could do whatever they want to do. But men are the hierarchy in women. So if you don't have a man, you're not valid. They're no different than men, when men can dismiss what I'm saying and say, well, you're not married. Even though what I'm saying is valid, but because they don't see a man, that means that what I'm saying is not valid. So women do the same thing. So even if you just have a man, you're amongst, the better women. They weaponize it. At least some woman told me the other day, at least I'm being vetted for marriage. I'm like, being vetted for marriage.
But that's how you know. But this is how you know that patriarchy came from women, because this is how women was handling their sons, right? Women started the incest shit. Women are the ones who promoted incest. Women started the pedophilic behavior. And it's all in when God was a woman. Right? Women started all of this, and so they made having a man the central damn focus.
Of course.
Women have always been against each other for fucking territory and resources. And now women think that a man is a resource. So they fighting each other over a perceived resource, when the evidence, the hardcore evidence, show you that the man ain't the resource. Bitch, you are.
You are. Exactly. That's why men don't cut women off.
Yeah.
Even if they're not with the woman, if she's around, it's because she's a resource. She's benefiting him in some way. There's always, even if the man ain't sleeping with her, they love to keep women around. Yeah. Because women are just our existence is the resource. And then women love to perform, right? They love cooking, they love cleaning, and all the things that they think can keep or get a man. So men are winning. And they create. For sure.
It's sad. It's sad, but you can't. Women want to sit up here and talk about a matriarchy. How you gonna build a matriarchy or community with women with mentalities like this? Because
can you imagine?
People don't understand that it's the mentality that builds a society. Your mentality is totally jacked up as a woman.
Sure. And it makes it difficult, when you were speaking about going to a woman empowerment event. I stopped going to those things because it's the same redundant empowerment, same mentality. It's all the same. And I just get tired of hearing, the same old. Like, I need something new. Right? Do something different to change your reality. But women don't want to do that. They want to complain about men. And they want men to change. They think if they complain enough, then men are going to change. They're not, because you're not going to stop dealing with them. That's the thing. Cutting yourself off from men is where the power is, because they need you.
And they ain't figured that out yet. I was one of my shows. I pulled up one of Shira's 7 Lives, right? And I just read the comments because she did a question and answer, right? And all I did was read and answer the questions and answers on that show. And it was a couple women who were lesbians in there that said that the information was working for them. And I told the audience, see, lesbians is kicking your ass in this game, because the key to power and to be able to walk this walk is genuinely not wanting a man. That's the reason why the majority of women ain't gonna be able to pull this off, because they actually want men, and they think that the message is for them is how to get a man. You cannot do this unless you genuinely do not want a man. But these women cannot change their soul to actually not want men, because once you want a man, that's it. You're automatically going to start doing a bunch of stuff, because you think, especially if you get a man that you think got money. Now you're going to become his slave, because now you not only just want the man, you want the money too. And you're going to be scared to lose that man, because you're not in it because you don't want a man. You're not in it just for the lifestyle. You are in it because you want the man. The key is to not want a man. These bitches will never not want a man.
Right. And then they lie and say, I could never be a side chick, or I could never do this. You bitches is doing everything. Stop lying.
Everything.
You're accepting your place in his life. You're doing whatever you have to do so that you can get what you need from this man. So stop lying.
Right.
Women just lie. They lie, and we see it, and men know it.
Mm-hmm.
Men know women will do anything to be a part of their lives, and they are the pick-me's they hold so much disdain for. Women.
Yeah. And women want to figure out how to do this and still be empowered. They really do want their cake and eat it too.
You can't. You can't.
It's one way or the other.
And the truth is, sleeping with a man does change you. That's the truth. And so women don't want to accept that.
They don't.
You have to understand these things. If you are going to engage in something, you have to understand the results of it. You can't deny it, right? You can't deny that once a man penetrates you, your body will change. Your mind will change.
Yeah. And you sleeping with multiple men, this is the reason why women are mentally ill. And what I came to the conclusion
I believe that.
No, women really are mentally ill.
Mm-hmm.
So women want to keep saying that oxytocin is the love hormone. That's a fucked up perspective, because love is not a chemical. What oxytocin really is a sedative. It is a sedative that helps sedate women so that they can endure more pain. So when women sleep with men, oxytocin is released to put this woman in a state of sedation. And she, at this point, she is willing to accept things that actually cause the reason why men can't tolerate the stuff that women tolerate is simply because of oxytocin. And then estrogen actually increases the effects of oxytocin, making women more susceptible to pain. Men release vasopressin, which actually deters them from enduring pain, right? So women have connected the idea to love with their ability to endure pain. That's the reason why Charleston White said, oh, love ain't what you give, it's what you can take, and our mothers took a lot. Men have also decided that love is how much a woman can endure, right? So as long as
that's why they want you to be loyal. That's why they want you to be loyal.
So as long as women keep having sex with men, women will continue to be disillusioned and make dumb decisions, which is the reason why men do not think women are capable of leadership. Women are capable of leadership as long as they not fucking men, though.
And women that's the unfortunate part, right? That's the like you have to understand what you are. You sleeping with a man on a regular or multiple men, that's gonna mess with you. But women don't want to. They think they can do both. You can't. You have to pick. You have to pick what you are going to do with yourself, right? Or accept what is.
And it's so funny.
Yeah.
You know what is so funny? Because I long ago came to the conclusion that that's what oxytocin was. I ran across a research paper, and that's what it said in the research
So
paper.
when the more sex women have, the cloudier they get. The
Yes.
more sex men have, the clearer they get.
Yes. Yes. In every aspect, in every single aspect of the male and female existence is a complete opposition. What
Yes.
benefits the woman actually hurts the man. And what benefits the man hurts the woman. Women and men are not compatible and should not be together. And
And
that's
this
the
is why
part.
that's why everything has to be almost transactional. If you are going, it has to have some sort of benefit or transaction. But women are not getting benefits.
No, they not. They not.
Not even love.
No, all they're getting is the idea of their fantasies fulfilled.
Yes.
They ain't
Yes.
doing nothing but getting a shot of some fucking chemical. So women truly are drug addicts. Women
Yeah.
are doped up on all the emotions flowing through their body, and emotions are chemicals. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna read this little snip from here. It says, in contrast, oxytocin has caused relaxation and sedation, as well as reduced fearfulness and reduced sensitivity to pain. Testosterone inhibits the release of oxytocin, as shown in Jazova et al. In addition to the increased quantity of oxytocin released in females as compared to males, McCarthy has found that estrogen enhances the effects of oxytocin. Therefore, oxytocin may be vital in the reduction of the fight or flight response in females. When oxytocin is released, it impairs your ability to protect yourself.
So sex can be a way to break a woman.
Sex
That's why they
is
weaponize
a weapon. Sex is
Yeah,
a weapon.
it is a weapon. Right.
And
I
women
see. I
think
see.
that sex is a way for them to bond with men. Sex is a way
not.
to sedate you so that you can
Right.
endure the pain that men are inevitably inflicting on you. So, for oxytocin to reduce the fight or flight response in a woman says that women do not even have a sense of protection for themselves or their children when they are
Of course.
fucking men.
It makes sense. It makes sense with seeing how women respond just to the idea that a woman is entertaining her man. Right? The danger she will put herself in, her children in, just to protect what she thinks she has. One of the most dangerous things is a woman thinking a man is dealing with her woman. She'll go to jail. Right? So it's all that sex and what they think they have with the man, and men are just totally in a whole different world.
Yeah.
Men are not connecting with women in the ways that they think they are. They're
They
not.
not. They not.
They're purposely not doing that. And it's biological, but they're purposely not,
Right.
because it's dangerous for them to be in love in these things. It's dangerous. So
Right.
they don't put themselves in certain positions with
Right.
women.
And just reading just that, it makes sense why males why testosterone inhibits oxytocin, because men are always in a threatening situation when they up against other men. So they can't have these flooded chemicals. So women don't even understand what's going on with them. And so women who do got it, right? The reason I'm so strong because I'm not sleeping with men.
Right.
And women want to criticize you for not being dick crazy, but they don't understand, ma'am, you are a drug addict. You are doped up. You are doped up because you're not getting orgasms from penetration. You still got to bring toys into the bedroom. You still got to get a dude to lick on you. You're not getting orgasms. So what is it that got you continuously chasing men? It's the dope. It is the drug.
It's a rush. It's a rush for them. Sure. Sure.
And
it's an addiction for sure.
You a fucking dope addict. You can't shame me for being sober, ma'am.
Sure. Sure. And that's what they do. That's one way women weaponize, oh, you don't have this, or I don't see a man. What does that have to do with anything? Right? What does that have to do with you doing what you need to do for yourself and your children? Most likely you have kids, right? But women throw caution to the wind for men.
Yes.
Men don't ride for women the way women ride for men. That's a whole nother conversation. The way women go at each other, for men ain't doing all that for women. Women don't even see it. All this arguing I said the other day, some wives are even side chicks. You got to see my comment section. Women, I mean, they are going crazy at the idea that because they're receiving men dealing with other women as like they're not good enough.
Right.
They take it as a personal attack. Men are just have an insatiable desire for women. So no matter how good you are, it's always going to be somebody else doing something, filling some kind of role. Men don't cut themselves off from women.
Right.
We have to do that. When you leave a man, you got to leave because he's never going to really leave.
Right.
It's always going to be something, whether it be a text message or something. He always going to be a part of your life.
Because a bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. As long as you still got some juice left to suck dry, he'll stick around. And women so desperately want to be accepted by a man because women truly believe that men are superior to them.
No, they do. For sure.
And because of this, they need a man to use them.
Yeah. To feel useful.
Yeah. Women need a man to use them.
So when men talk about giving women a purpose. So when you don't have a man, when you don't have kids, men think you're useless because a man didn't give you something to live for.
Right.
And women fall into that.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't think they have anything to live for. Once they tired of getting degrees, right? They tired of doing all the stuff that supports themselves, then they go have a baby.
Yeah.
Because that's their purpose now. And now I have a man and now I could do all the fairy tale shit because that means that I'm alive. I have something going on for myself. I said this, a lot of women have babies because they ain't got no motion in life.
Facts.
They resort to that.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And men have called it and women hate it. But what you having a baby for? Right?
Right.
You don't have nothing else. And then look, these women have babies and then resent the babies.
Of course.
They
because
resent
the baby, because they weren't having the baby because they wanted it.
Right.
I think only women that should have kids, if we are going to have them, are matriarchs. And most women are not matriarchs.
Correct.
Right? Women are having babies for men. They're having babies for emotional needs. They become their little doll to play with. It's and the kids suffer.
Yeah.
Because women are broken emotionally and they need to feel something. So let me go have a baby.
Yeah.
A human
that's
going to be here eventually functioning in society as an adult. I don't think women think that far.
They don't.
The way they romanticize having babies and all the things that come with it. I raised a daughter. That's not easy. None of it is. That's why I didn't do it again. So women need something to make them feel like they're doing something in life.
Yeah, because
and
women
oftentimes that's a baby.
Because women don't live from the soul. They don't live from the higher self. Women are trapped in the body. They totally trapped in the body. So they don't have, like, women have totally abandoned their true purpose. All this work that needs to be done on the planet, and all these women want to do is focus on men and their ego. We need more doctors, more righteous doctors, more teachers. We need people who actually want to garden and do and these women don't want to do none of that. They want to do things that get attention from men, and they want to use their nurturing abilities for a man.
But women are not even they don't even really be nurturing. That shit is manipulation. They be manipulating people with that bull. That's why they don't, when they don't get the results that they thought they would by manipulating people, they lash out because they're not really that. Like all the stuff you name, we need all of this. Women talk about a matriarchy. Women women don't even like each other.
They don't.
If we got together and did the things, everyone play their role, men would be, we wouldn't need them outside of to procreate.
Yeah.
That would be their role, which is originally their role, right? But we made it into something that they can't even fulfill. And now we're mad at our creation.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
So,
the male neurology is what it is, right? And it's incapable of a lot of things. It's like, it's so funny. It's, to me, I don't understand why women can't get basic common sense stuff. And I know, I'm seriously, because the Y chromosome got 55 genes on it compared to 900 that's on the X chromosome. Just by the genes alone, don't that tell you that men are incapable of shit that women are capable of? Just by the number of genes.
Right.
But that common sense thing don't make no sense to them.
Because that's going to require you to do better, right? Knowing women are God. We are creators. We are all these things. We really don't need 99% of the things women go to men for, we don't need. Right? But women don't want that responsibility. It's the responsibility that they don't want. They want to give that.
Children don't have responsibility. Children.
Women are developmentally arrested. That's where they want to remain.
But here's the thing. Both the male and the female are developmentally arrested.
Of course. But the difference between children is children actually want to do. You ever try to stop a kid from tying their leg? They want to do it. Women are in that space where they want to remain a kid, but they don't want to do anything either.
Yes. And the thing about it is that I've said this several times, that there's a developmental process. You come out boy or girl. Boys and girls are male or female based, which is children, right? And then you go through a process where you can either matriculate into an adult or a man or a woman. But what most often happens is that from the child area, they don't matriculate to men and women. They actually devolve into male and female, right? Because male and female is biological. Man and woman is mental. So there has to be a rites of passage to transition from a child to manhood and womanhood. But there is no rites of passage. So from childhood, they actually devolve instead of evolving. They devolve into male and female just based on their genitals. Men, these humans that we have here, they live for sex and sexual reproduction. And they're fighting over that. So it might appear that the male is more evolved or more logical than the woman. That is simply because the women are so childish. The women are so unevolved and delusional. But take a woman out of delusion and get her to start functioning on all cylinders, and then you begin to see how childish the male himself is. Right.
You know, he's always going to look more to someone less.
Correct.
Right.
You know, and so because neither party wants to see the error in themselves and in their ways, they stay devolved. Because what I keep telling people, I say, everything that men say about women is 100% accurate. But everything that women say about men is also 100% accurate. The problem comes in neither of them are able to see themselves. That's
and
the
they
problem.
want to weaponize it against each other.
Yes.
Right? So when you talk about women, men love it.
Yes.
Because they think like, oh, well, she's on my side. No, I'm not.
Right.
Because you just as bad. I just don't give a damn about you. And I got to remind men that all the time. I'm here for women. Regardless of how women may feel, I hate them. I'm here for women. And if women start listening to me, most men are going to be in trouble.
Correct.
A lot of bloodlines are going to end.
Correct.
Because women are gonna. So when you talk about rites of passage, what we're doing is a rites of passage. Women just don't want to hear it. That is the rites of passage, amongst other things, but at least the wisdom that they're not getting. Clearly, women are not being told anything.
Right.
Right? And they don't want to hear it from women unless you're old, because women will listen to that. But because we're youthful, they don't really respect it. Right? They don't want to hear what you're saying because you're like me. You can't say anything. Right? But this is the rites of passage they need.
Correct.
I'm seeing life through different eyes. Here's the game. They don't want it. But one thing about men, they will listen to game from other men.
Yes, they will.
Women won't do that. Women don't like that. They want to feel like they already know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And evidence show that they don't know what they're talking about, right? Evidence show. Here's the thing. This is what kills me, though. Women will sit up here and say we was programmed. And what they don't understand when they say that is they're shouting from the rooftops, I can't think for myself. And I can't do nothing different because I have a program running on me that inhibits me from thinking. So the only cause and effect that humans understand, and it's only one, that if you put your hand in fire on a hot stove, that it's gonna burn you. You get an instant consequence, immediate.
Sure.
And you pull it back, and you're like, I don't want to touch no hot stove no more. That's the only consequence that they understand.
Right.
They don't understand consequences of sex. They don't understand consequences of choosing fucking criminals as boyfriends. They don't understand dating motherfucking motherfuckers that have been convicted felons. They don't understand consequence in no other shape, form, or fashion. And then they don't have the ability to look at their history and their track record to see where they've been doing the same thing and getting the same results to now change something. They'll just say we was programmed, which tells you that you have no brain, that you can't think. Because I don't know why somebody gotta tell you, hey man, maybe you need to change what you're doing. You keep doing this thing. You can't look at your own life and see the decisions you made. Why somebody outside of you got to tell you, and then when they tell you,
or men got to change.
Yeah.
What do they say? He should have wore protection.
Right.
But it's your body. So women will do the same things, expecting everyone around them to do something different so that I can continue to do the same thing and not suffer consequences. Women are suffering consequences from decisions they made 15 years ago, and they still don't get it.
Yeah.
And then everyone else, it's a program. And here's the other thing, right? If you know it's a program, you're able to tell me it's a program. Why can't you rid the program?
Right.
This is what I hate. Don't tell me it's conditioning. Don't tell me it's Disney. You know that much.
Exactly.
And you're the most educated. And you can't get rid of the program?
Yeah.
I could see if you didn't know, and women are just out here. But you know it's a program.
And you can't override it. And you can't override it. That's why I don't be wanting to hear that crap when women
exactly.
And that's why women think I'm so mean. And I'm like, ma'am, listen to me. It's like this. Here's the thing. For me, I done taught you. I done gave you all the goddamn information. You don't get to pull the I don't know card. You don't get to pull that shit. The fact of the matter is you just a lazy, dick thirsty ass chick that don't want to change her behavior. Point blank, period. I wrote you 41 Shades of Men. I wrote you 41. You bitch, you ain't got no excuse for why you keep choosing these men. I wrote you a book. I got a whole channel that go through all the science for 3 goddamn years. You don't have an excuse, and I don't want to hear it.
And unfortunately, along with that, you are still responsible as an adult for what you don't know. So you spend hours online I got hundreds of hours of content telling women about self-mastery, all this, and then they'll still say it's a program. And it's not, unfortunately for adults, that's not an excuse.
It's not.
So you can't use it with that because it's not an excuse, and I'm giving you what you need. Mm-hmm. But you don't really want it. You want men to change because that's the root of women's problems.
Yeah, because they think they're perfect.
Yes. Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So
yes.
Men are all wrong, yes. right? But ma'am, they so wrong, but you still wanting to screw with them. That's a fundamental flaw in you.
If they wrong and you keep giving them access, then are they wrong? Right. Or are you just mad they're not going along with your program?
Right. That's it. Because
that's really the problem.
The only power that women have ever had over men is sex. Right. Men are no longer ruled by sex from women because it's so easy. Women so desperate and they just give it to anybody. It's one thing for a man to screw anything, but women screwing anything. It's even worse. These women screwing Coke bottles, cucumbers, they putting all kinds microphones. And these women think they're better than these men. And these women sleep with anything. I mean, anything. The nastiest of the nastiest men, the ugliest of the ugliest men, the brokest of the brokest men. Women screw anything without discretion.
And then say the same about men. Well, look at the pot.
Yeah.
Speaking to the kettle, it's the same thing. Women do the same things. Mm-hmm. And so ultimately, women are getting information that they've never gotten before. And they don't really, they don't want to do anything with it. They just want the information. They want it so that they can talk about it. They can sound smart. They could know it's a program. You know all of this, but you don't change your behavior.
Right.
That's where the math isn't mathing, right? And this is why men and society will never give women what we want because our actions don't align with our words, right? Our words are betraying us. Mm-hmm. And so you cannot gain respect like that. It's never going to happen for you. And so men will allow women to talk and they'll give them a bone here or there. I remember when Roe v. Wade was overturned and women were on Facebook sharing natural remedies to terminate. I said, men just told you that you have no control over your womb and you're still trying to figure out ways to sleep with them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Women don't even, but you think that somebody's supposed to spend $200 on you on a date and take care of you and for life, and you can't close your legs for nothing. You are putting metal devices in your womb. You are sitting up here taking shots and doing any and everything to keep your legs open. But you want somebody to pay top dollar for you, ma'am. You the bottom of the barrel.
But they want your information for free.
Exactly.
They want a man to pay for their existence where a man could find any woman to pay $200 with. I mean, I have some brilliant women in my spaces, but sometimes the women on social media, I'm like, are men paying y'all really to go out? Because there's no way I could sit across from the table with these conversations, right?
No.
They want men to pay them, but then they want your information for free.
Exactly.
Information that's going to save your life. Mm-hmm. That's going to help you to operate in this world, to get money and all these things that they don't realize the connection to all of this. All of your problems is because you cannot control yourself.
Yeah. But here's the thing, Lilith, self-control is a masculine feature. Masculinity is self-control, determination, willpower, consciousness, and logic. Women do not control themselves because they see that as only for men. So the reason that women are so emotionally reckless is because women don't think they should have any masculinity within themselves, because it takes masculinity to have self-control. And the women do not want to identify with anything masculine at all. So they asses are completely reckless.
So that's why they want men to change.
Yes.
Because men are supposed to have this self-control.
Right. And they ain't supposed to have nothing. They can be reckless and
Right.
do whatever the hell they want to do.
But how can you be the mother, right, of everything and have no control? How can you be the mother of civilization, right? Women love to be called queens and goddesses, but you can't even control yourself.
Correct. And don't want to either. Right? Women just want their ego stroked. They just want to be told we were God. We were the creators. But ma'am, if you the creator, that means all the shit that's in this world is your responsibility. See, you created these goddamn pedophiles. You created these psychopaths. Where did they come from? These murders. They came from your goddamn womb.
That's right.
They came from you.
Yeah.
And you would, Lily, I said I was going to take a picture. I was going to go to the gym. And you know that machine that you got to have your legs open and have the weights? I said I was going to put the weights all the way on the most weights. And I was going to try to do it. And I said, this is a real picture of a woman not being able to close her legs.
Yes.
Yes. These bitches can't close their leg for shit.
Yep, it's the truth. That's a perfect demonstration of it.
Yeah.
And then when you tell them that, they're offended. Well, what about what I need? You need dick?
Yeah.
That's a need? That shit is crazy to me. How do you need that? You need to be penetrated? Or you need to feel?
This is the reason why men see women as whores. Mm-hmm. Like women are born desperate for attention because it's the attention and the need for that attention that they willing to have sex to get all of their other needs met. That's what makes them a whore.
Right.
And women can't see a life without being a hoe. That's the reason they'll run from personal accountability or self-mastery shit to a hoe channel. That's why all these women running the 304 TikTok and anything that tell because they deep down in their soul, they whores.
Right. And women don't see, they can't understand what's being taught because they don't see women in that light.
Yeah.
They don't think women are capable. Mm-hmm. So if they don't think women are capable, they're not going to respect what you're saying. They have to go to a man. It all boils down to men and women worshiping men. And women think that men are superior. Women don't think women are superior.
And that's why when you see a boss of a woman, the first thing that a woman want to liken you to is a man. When they see a capable woman, you're too manly. And that's the reason why they say what they say about. I can show up in full makeup like this and a motherfucker still call me a man. She trying to look like and be what she hate. Right. So in order for me to be a woman and act like a woman, I got to be desperate, dick thirsty, naive, and delusional. And dumb. And dumb. In order for me to be a woman, I got to lower my voice. I'm going to do anything for my man. Because males like childlike voices, so you intentionally feed their pedophilic desires by altering your voice to go sound like a fucking prepubescent child. And so since I'm not playing that game and I can speak truth and be direct and stand on my own. Oh, she too masculine.
Women hate direct. Women hate it.
They
hate when you're direct. And they say to me, why am I so mean? I hate women. No, I'm talking to you like an adult. I speak to you how I speak to women directly. But women they lie. They want to be passive aggressive and all these things that are feminine. Correct. And it's insulting to me. It's insulting that you would think I'm not a woman because I don't do, like women ask me all the time, do people call you masculine? Now, I'm always like this. So visually I'm a woman to them. Right. But the way I speak, my demeanor is not. Mm-hmm. So being feminine means being dumb.
Yeah.
But then you say you're the most educated and you out-earn men. Which one is it?
These women are confused.
Dumb? Yeah, right. That's what it is. It's confusion.
And that's why, and it's so funny because when they look at me, because people can't box me. They don't know where to put
Sure.
me.
That's
Right?
the problem with women. They need to be able to categorize you so that they can have something to bond with you with.
Yeah.
So it's no trauma. So it's something about you I got to relate to. Yeah.
Yeah. So when they see how I switch up, I can show up this. They don't know where to put me, and especially
Yes.
including with the message too. They don't
Yes.
know whether to put me in the feminist category, the red
Right.
pill they don't know where
Right.
to put me.
Right.
And so
Right.
because they can't understand me, they project their confusion onto me and accuse me of being confused. I'm not confused. I know exactly who I am. I know exactly
That's
what
right.
I'm saying. You're the one that's confused because you're trying to put me in a box that you're familiar with. So
Yes.
if I say one thing and it sounds like I'm saying this, oh, she go in this box. If I look a certain way, she go in this box. If I switch it up and don't align with what box you done put me in now your ass confused. You don't
Right.
know where to go.
So women are not really coming to learn. They're coming to relate to you.
Yeah.
That's why women, when they meet you, they want to know all of your business because they need to find a way to connect with you. So a lot of times women are not tuning in to listen to the message. They want to either look like you, be like you, think like you. Listen to how women talk. Oh, I'm like you, or I was just saying this. Or no,
Right.
you weren't. I know the conversations women have. You were not just saying this. You and your friends were not just talking about. I can't stand when they say that because it's not true. I speak to women and I know the conversations that y'all not having the conversations that's being had in spaces like this, right? So they're not coming to learn from you. Very few women are actually, there are women coming to learn, but it's not most of them. Right. Most of them are coming to look for ways to discredit you.
Yes.
That's why they'll pick out little things that women take conversations and they pick something out that they can talk about. Instead of addressing their entire thing, they'll take that and say, well, she did this. Has nothing to do with your message. So women are not coming really to do better. They're coming to look for a way to inherit what you are doing, yes. Right? By way of connection. And so that's why they'll eventually turn on you. Because what we are teaching, you have to actually implement it. Women don't want to do that. Right. They want to just inherit it. Yep. So that's how you know they're not coming genuinely. Because how do you turn so quickly on something that you claim you was you're learning Correct. From? You can't. Correct. Yeah.
Because they'll switch in a New York second.
Oh yeah, sure.
Quick. Sure. And it don't take nothing.
Yep. But it takes one person to say, you know what, I don't really like. Oh yeah, me too, girl.
Too. Yep.
I ain't never really liked her.
Exactly.
Women are like that. I knew it was something about her. Anytime it's some type of scandal or something, I knew it was something about her.
Yep. They harbor feelings that they just want triggered so they can have a reason to say all the fucked up shit that they want.
They always wanted to say.
Yeah, they always want to say. And these are the women who think that they're inherently good people. These are the women who want to be worshipped. And they carry jealousy, hate, envy, and all these wicked energies. And they ruminate on that, and they'll lie to themselves and say they're a good person. I don't know why bad things happen to good people. Bitch, good where? You a fucking demon. What do you mean?
So when you say women's nature is not nurturing, it's not passive. The way women operate is who they are.
Yes.
We have to evolve out of being that. So this is self-mastery, this is self-actualization. All of what we are teaching, right, takes you from that lower nature into the higher one.
Correct.
So you're not learning any of this, right?
Correct.
So we're both mothers. We teach our daughters how to eat.
Right.
We put our kid in a high chair, they go with their hand because that's their nature. Correct. To just grab things. So women are right where they need to be, right, where they were born, right, their nature. Right. And then we learn how to not be that way.
Correct.
So exactly. You're not inherently good.
Good.
I don't think humans are inherently good. No, I think we learn how to be that way.
Correct. And that's what that's exactly what that's exactly what I teach. And that's exactly what I told them at this women's conference. Because nobody wants to acknowledge that human nature is naturally evil. See,
it is.
Human nature
because
is
we
evil.
had to survive. We had to survive, right? So you can't be nice and nurturing with survival.
Right. And so what you're dealing with is a narcissistic species that was designed to live in the wild. This world, this contraption that we live in, this is actually for a sophisticated species that is not human, right?
Right.
They took humans who are animals and put them into a sophisticated social structure. Now these humans have to act civilized. Right. And they don't know how to act civilized because you're naturally jealous. It don't take nothing to trigger you to jealousy. You're naturally a thief. Somebody got to tell you not to take things that don't belong to you. You naturally lie. Somebody got to tell you to stop lying and to tell the truth. You're naturally greedy and selfish, so people got to tell you sharing is caring. You naturally evil and wicked. And you have to be taught through conscious intention to be a good person. These women, people in general, do not know how to be good people. They revert to their natural impulses, which is envy, jealousy, power, hungry, seeking attitudes. And if you trigger them, and they can't handle their own emotions for being triggered, they're instantly moved to try to eliminate the perceived threat. They want to kill you or sabotage you in some way. Humans are naturally evil, and that's the reason
because if they weren't, but Princella, if they weren't, why do they resort to such a violent way of being, right?
Right.
Why do women do what they do to each other when they don't get what they want if they were good people?
Correct.
I could have a disagreement with a woman. I don't want to end her.
Right.
But women want you to cease to exist.
They do. And all even all the people that's saying crap, that's sending all of these rumors around about me, every last one of them people saying shit are people I told no to and cut out of my space. All of them.
Right.
Every last one of them. And they all got together, the peanut gallery, to go with each other to create these fucking falsified shits because they hate the fact that I have the power to stand on my own and I don't need them. And so when they wanted something from me, they tried to, these motherfuckers had been kicked out of my groups. I told them no, I broke up with the girl, and this is exactly what women did. And so
they always do it. Rinse
and they always
and
do it.
What took place? What happened with you happened to me, and it'll happen to another woman who try to help women. Why do women don't realize that eventually we give up on them because they have the same behaviors that they were born with. It's not learned. It's who you are.
Yep.
You have to learn how to not be like that. No,
you gotta learn. You gotta learn how not to be like that.
Right.
And because this shit is just too easy for them to do.
Right. It's easy for when you hear something you don't want to hear. Now it's like, that bitch is ugly. It's natural for you to do that. Yeah. Or the fat friend that you liked, all of a sudden you don't like her no more because she's skinny. Oh, she's a fat bitch. We know how women do these things. They lie and manipulate so easy because it's our nature to do it. You have to be conscious to not do it. And I was telling somebody this the other day. They said they want to be around people they don't have to have boundaries for. No, everybody got to have boundaries.
No, you got to have
boundaries.
All
got to have, of course. But women don't want to be able to live in an adult world. They want to just go somewhere and just be free.
It's the truth, because when I was at the event that I was at yesterday, a woman raised her hand and said, we need to be able to create spaces so women don't have to be strong. Women do not want to fucking work. But
strength has nothing to do with being disciplined. That's not what strength. Like,
no,
you're just being disciplined. You're being an adult.
No, they want to be weak. They want
Yeah.
somebody to take on all the damn
Right,
burdens and let them just exist however they want to. They don't want to be held to a standard. They don't want no consequences. I remember somebody came in my chat a couple months ago, and we always joke about it on over here because she came in the chat and say, Princella want us to work. Shira teach us how to do it without working. These bitches are lazy. They
But the thing
inherently
is,
lazy.
but Princella, why these women think they not working? You think that man is giving you
Yeah,
something and
right.
you're not working for it?
All you have is work on this planet. If you're going to be on
You're
planet
working,
Earth,
yeah.
everybody has to work in one
You're working.
capacity or another one. We all
And
working.
I'd rather go down to somebody's job than do that shit.
Me too.
Trying to finesse men. First of all, hate to burst women's bubbles, but you're not finessing men. Men know what they got to do.
Exactly.
So you're not finessing them.
Right. They think they are.
They're allowing. You're not. Men know they got to pay. Men know they got to do all the stuff they do to have access to women. You are not tricking them out of anything. Right? So you are working. They're just making you work for it.
Yeah.
Right? Be pretty, sexy, whatever you got to do. You're working. You're just not clocking in somewhere. You have to work. Life requires you to work. Thinking is a skill that requires work.
Yeah. And
we all are. Yeah, go ahead.
No, and these women, they have a jacked up idea of work. They do.
Yes.
Because see,
yes.
I was a stay-at-home mom. A lot of these women talking
I did that
shit,
a while.
A lot of these women talking shit ain't never been married. They have bastard children, okay? And I'm going to say it because these people love to talk shit about me, so I just let you know, your children you ain't had no kids in wedlock, and you wish somebody would let you stay at home, right?
Right.
I have been a stay-at-home mom. And I said I would never do that shit again.
I would never do that again. I did that for 2 years.
I would rather go out and clock in. I wanted to go back to driving trucks. I like that.
Yeah.
I would never stay at the house talking about
Why you think men don't want to stay there?
Right.
Why you think men don't want to sit at home with y'all?
Right. And now that's why they got
it's
that's why they gotta now come out on the internet talking about, no, we don't want to be stay at home. We want to be women of leisure. Bitch, you just want to play around. Bitch, you just want to exist and just want to spend money and drink mimosas all day.
The thing is, most women are never going to have a man that can make them a woman of leisure. Let's be realistic, right? Yeah. Most women are going to have to contribute to the home. Most of them.
Yeah.
Right? So you're not sitting at home as a woman of leisure and some man is just giving you his money. Men don't operate like that. Women think men are stupid.
They do.
Men are listening to all this sugaring content, 304 content, finessing. Men are not dumb. They want access to women and they're going to do what they have to do to get it. You're not tricking them out of anything. Yeah. Right now, are there tricks and silly men? Yes. But for the most part, men know what exactly what they have to do, and they know women think and men don't let you think anything as long as you give them access. Men don't give a damn what you think about them.
Yeah, they don't. Because I keep trying to tell women, no matter what you say about a man, you can't unfuck that man. And that's the only thing that matters. And I still hit. You can call them your little dick motherfucker. You can do all of that. I still hit. And because I read one of these anonymous posts, and the woman say that her husband, she caught him cheating, and she say that he had 2 inches or 3 inches worth of dick, and she can't understand how he was out cheating with it. But she say that she was with him for 6 years, and in most of the relationship, she was doing all the work. Ma'am, you sitting up here talking about you don't know how he was cheating with 3 inches worth of dick. Ma'am, how the fuck did he keep you for 6 years got you giving up all that shit with 3 years worth of dick? Women don't even recognize that they be putting themselves on blast.
Yep, because women love to be humiliated. It's ridiculous. Yeah. They love it. They love to be cursed out. They love to be abused. It's unfortunate. Right? And all you got to do is listen to what's being told to you. But they don't. They think that men are the easy way out for everything. You are working. Men are not dumb. Men are not giving away their things that they work hard for. You are working for that. everything that's going on in life you are working for, even if you're not cognizant of it.
Yeah. Everything
So
is work.
everything is work. Everything. Thinking is work. Planning your day is work. Right? All of that stuff is work.
Mm-hmm.
But women don't. It's something about labor. I don't even know where that came from, right? Because where did this start? Like, nobody wants to work. When did this start? Because this seems like a new phenomenon. I don't know when women had this idea that we don't have to do anything.
Because women have always had to work. Like, even
Right.
even during
Right.
agriculture. Like, bitch,
Right.
when have you ever been a fucking woman of leisure, bitch?
Right.
When?
Right. Right. Exactly. Even the queens worked, right? Concubine, everybody worked. I don't know where women get in this idea that you could just do nothing and go to Starbucks and vlog all day. Nah.
These people are
Even
mentally ill.
But even women who are selling you that are working.
Exactly.
They're setting up their camera, they're editing, they're working. Everyone is working.
Yeah.
Like,
And people don't understand how much work is involved in just recording and shooting video.
Sure.
This is a lot of dang work, and it takes a lot of energy to do this.
Sure. And not only that, dealing with everything that comes with it, right? You got to read blogs and people saying things about you and, talking about your kids, and it's a lot that comes with this. And then they want you to give it to them for free.
For free, right. They see, the reason why they want you to give it to them for free is because they ask free. They don't have no value on themselves, so they expect you not to have no value on yourself, bitch. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, ma'am.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Just because you have no batteries.
But I worked for this.
Right.
Right, and it ain't just in these things here, right? I didn't just read these. I lived life. So the experiences that I have, I'm sharing them with you. I can tell you that you're socially awkward because I know what you look like in the world because I'm in the world. But women think they read a book and then it's going to just apply to them. No. Yes, I'm giving you information, but you got to go out there and make it work for yourself.
Right.
But women want to be told what to do and how to do it. That's why they do so well at work and school. Not because they're better than men. It's because it's a controlled environment and women are being told what to do and how to do it.
Right.
It's easy to do that in any environment, but start using this. Start creating your life from this. That's the hard part.
That's
what women, right.
And they can't do
it. And that's where women fall short. Sure.
And that's why they're so desperate for a man. Because
they
feel like and so it's just, and so a lot of the women do think that when you start telling them about themselves that you turned on them. They all think, I'm like, every woman that works with women, they all come to the same conclusion, ma'am.
You're hearing it from different. Yes.
We all ain't wrong. It's you, ma'am.
Right.
All of the dating coaches, all of the women that work with women, stop working with women.
They always end up going ghost, working with men, or just going underground. All the women do the same thing. It's the same thing. Even when they're here giving women the content that they want, the sugaring content or whatever, they still eventually leave them because it's this. If you keep hearing the same thing, clearly, people are not picking on you. It's you.
Yeah.
And so when we talk about where women went wrong, it's a lot, but it's not like it cannot be fixed, right? It cannot be changed. But you can't do anything. Nothing changes if nothing changes, right?
Right.
So it's self-loathing and feeling sorry for yourself and, oh my God, it's not going to change anything. Whatever you got yourself into, you have to work to get yourself out of it. You work to got yourself into it, right? So you got to work to get yourself out of it. So it's not, women listen to us and it seems like they feel hopeless. It's not a hopeless thing. You can change, but you got to know why you are fucked up.
The reason they feel hopeless is because they ass don't have a willpower in them to change.
Right.
Women don't, number one, women do not want to give up sex. They don't.
Yeah. Right.
And the inability to give up sex really is the inability to be able to do anything else. Because you not being able to close your legs is indicative of self-discipline, lack of self-discipline. And as long as you want your legs open, you gonna want and pray for a man to stick around.
Yes. And the onus is more on us because we have the children.
It is.
Right? Men, it's not fair to women. Men could do this and do that, but guess what? This is what comes with being a woman.
Yeah.
You have more of the responsibility. Everything is on women.
And that's what women don't like. Women don't like that. And it's
everything
like,
is on
fair.
you.
It's not fair. Life ain't fair. You was born this way. But here's the thing. There's always two sides to a coin. So with more power come more responsibility.
That's
right?
Right.
So even if you have more responsibility, bitch, it's because you got more power. That you don't want to use.
Yep.
So it just
and that's what they're not hearing you.
Yeah.
They're not hearing that. Yeah. You have all of this because of your power. You're not hearing. They're not hearing that. They need to listen to that again.
Yeah.
You're not getting what you have the power. That's why so much is on you. But that's the part about being a woman. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You all want to give men things that they're not even qualified to have.
Yeah.
They're not even qualified to carry out the responsibilities that are made for us. It's just the way that it is.
Correct. They not designed for that. And I've shown them neurologically that the male brain ain't wired for it. I have shown them scientifically how all this stuff is on women. And these women will still try to make males do something that all the research show that they ain't capable of doing. They not.
They can't even they can't even fulfill your emotional needs that you've been begging for. They can't even do that.
The male can't fulfill his own. Inside of the male body, men are struggling to understand their own goddamn emotions. They are. So if men are struggling, because neurologically, males have a difficult time just reading facial expressions. Right? They can't really decode facial expressions. Men struggle with trying to put words.
Could that be why men are always asking women to smile? Because they can't read. Unless you're like this, they don't really know how to read you.
That's one of the reasons.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But in addition to that, a lot of males are afflicted by something called alexithymia, where they don't even have words to describe the emotions that they're feeling. So men are dealing with all of this stuff internally, and bitches still want them to read their fucking mind and to fulfill stuff that you should be able to do on your own because you're neurologically more capable. Your brain is wired to do this stuff, right?
You are, and the thing is, you are telling them what they want to hear. They just don't like the other part, right? So you're telling them you're capable, you're powerful. We're all telling them these things. If you are not, you don't give people things that they're not capable of, right? This is why in school, the gifted and talented were not with the regular kids, right? Because the regular kids didn't have what it takes to do the things. So if I'm giving you all of this, it's because you're capable of it. If I can think of these things and understand it, and you are biologically me, the same, why can't you? You are basically telling them you are capable of it, but they don't hear it that way because they don't like the other parts of it.
Right, they don't. Because the fact of the matter is, if you ain't telling men that they need to be better, then you ain't doing, you're not saying what we want you to say. Okay, so the men can't do it, and they not gonna do it. They have shown you that they can't do it.
And they don't have to, because they don't have to.
They don't have to. So what women, like I say earlier, women just want you to force men to act the way the women want them to act, so women can feel comfortable still having sex with them. Still doing the whole shit that they do. Because women don't want to change their behaviors. But I tell women this all the time. you all go against all of the science that supports you. See, the science says, all the studies show that males benefit from marriage more than women.
Right.
It shows that men need relationships more than women. The studies show
Opposite sex, right? Opposite sex, because we relate with each other as women. That's beneficial to us.
that's it.
But
yeah,
for them,
no, I'm
for
talking
them,
about,
for men, it's men and
men and women. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Because
Right.
for men experience inflammation after 2 or more breakups. They feel physical pain, they get inflammation, or for living alone for a period of 6 years or more. That physically affects men. The same has not been seen in women. Men are not trying to be in relationships. Who the one trying to get in a relationship? The fucking women.
Yep.
But the science say it should be men. But it's not.
Right.
The science, the divorce statistics show that men have benefited more in marriages than women have. But who the one begging for fucking marriage?
But you
The
know what's
goddamn
crazy,
woman.
Princella? They will repeat what you say and still don't get it.
They still
This
don't
is
get
what
it.
I mean. They're not in the space to learn. They want to hear all this stuff about men repeated, but still do the same thing.
Exactly. But see, no, what women want is to use that information to bully men into getting in
Yes.
relationships with them. See, women...
But you can't bully men. You
Yeah.
can't bully men the way women bully each other.
Exactly. Women just want, like, even when women, the studies show that women don't typically die alone, because women always have family and their
course.
children and all, and it's men dying in nursing homes. But who's still begging to get in a fucking
Right.
relationship? It's the damn
Right.
women. And then they will use clips like that so that they can shame men for not
Right.
getting in relationships. Look, see,
Right.
y'all dying in nursing homes. See, you need to be in a relationship, but you ain't. Bitch, you the one that don't need to be in one. Why in the fuck
Right.
are you still begging these men when the science shows that you better off single? You're better off not married. You are better off in social groups. You are better off all the way around. It shows that you are neurologically wired to be a leader. Why are you going against all the science to be a fucking slave? Why?
Because women are not evolving out of their true nature. So when they say conditioning, it's not. It's because you won't do the work that's required. Why do you think they want to marry off women so young? Because I think men know that once we get with ourselves, that we don't really need them. They hate seeing women together. They don't like this, right? Because, okay, women get together, but they used to women being catty and falling out. And, this right here shows that they don't really need us in a lot of ways and men need to be needed.
Correct.
Right? That's why they like dumb women and women who ain't got nothing, because those women need them. So men know certain things, and they'll do things to keep us from really stepping into who we truly are supposed to be. It's women's nature that's in survival mode that keeps them begging men for things that men can't give them. And you know this. Women know it's conditioning. They know men this, you still doing the same thing.
They still don't make no sense, right?
Right.
And that's why that's why my existence triggered the hell out of them. Because I don't just say this shit, I walk it like I talk it, right?
Sure.
I walk this shit like I talk it, and they hate that.
Well, you're not talking it, you live in it, right?
live
This is who you are. You're just sharing. Really, you're just sharing your experience and what you know with people. This is who you are. You're not getting on here like a lot of people do and just say these things. And it's hard for women to believe that. This is why it's hard for women to believe that a man is not doing the things that I do for myself. No, somebody's doing that for her. No, I'm doing this. It's hard for them to see that because they're not capable due to them not doing the work to do what they're supposed to do for themselves.
Right.
And so it's hard for them to see it in other women. Women really don't view women in a high regard.
They want to pull you down to them. That's why I
Yes.
say
Yes.
the misery loves company. And the
Yes.
true miserable woman is a married woman trying to
Ooh.
convince other women, single free women, to be married, or a pick me with a man trying to convince
Yep.
another one to come into the hell that she in. Women
Or
do
have a
not-
baby. Or
Yes.
yeah.
Women
Mm-hmm.
don't like to see other free women either. Women want you
Oh,
to be
please.
miserable like them.
Yep.
They want
Yep.
to curse you with a man in your life. You need to get a man. They
Yep.
do.
Yep.
They
Yep.
do.
Yep. Yep. And you know, I say this like, you know, there are women who like my messages, my content. They come to my spaces, right? And then there are other women who will bash me, right? Why do you want to stop what a woman is getting to fulfill her? Why is it your mission to stop this woman from having access to me?
Yep.
Because you hate women.
Yeah.
If I see a woman is being fulfilled in whatever space, I'm not going to stop her from doing that. That's for her.
Right.
But women they hate each other. And so instead of allowing a woman to learn from Princella or learn from Lilith, no, I hate them. So I'm going to stop them from teaching women to be better than themselves.
You want to know how you want to know the key indicator that women hate women? The sole fact that a woman finds a problem with a woman who likes or loves a woman. The
Yes.
whole idea
Yes.
of
Yes.
liking a woman,
Yes.
I can't
Yes.
listen to her because she like women. What, bitch,
Women
do
are
you, bitch, do
but
you
women
hear
are the
yourself?
biggest they're the biggest homophobes.
They
women,
are.
yes,
How do you
they hate it. Yes.
you not want to listen to somebody that you
Yeah.
say likes women? You
Right.
want to
Right.
listen to somebody that
Right.
hate women. That
Yes.
you want to
Yes.
listen to a message that comes from somebody that hates and that dislikes women. Because
Yes.
if a
Yes.
woman likes women, I can't listen to that. Cause she want
Right.
us to be gay. She is gay.
Right.
She like women. Bitch,
And
you are
never
dumb.
I don't recall you saying that you want women to be gay. But that's what women internalize when you tell them that maybe you should possibly stop dealing with men. They hear that they don't hear, let me get with myself. They hear that I gotta sleep with somebody and I'm not gonna do it with a woman.
Because
I gotta do that.
They see everything through a lens of sex. But here's the
Yes.
fact of the matter.
Yes.
This is what bothers them. Because I did a show over here that exposed the truth about women actually being more bisexual than being straight. I
think it's our natural way. It's our
It
natural
is.
way to
And
be
the
bisexual.
women
Sure.
hate that. So you're trying to make us gay because I read the facts. And I read 3 different papers. Number one, the papers that I read was the exposing that the people who was watching the most lesbian porn was straight women. Number one. Number two, research that had studied the quote unquote heterosexual women, and all those quote unquote self-proclaimed heterosexual women had came up to be lying about what the fuck they was turned on by. Right?
Sure.
And then the third study with women who was pretending to be straight when they was secretly bisexual, but they was scared to tell what they was actually attracted to. And the studies where the women wasn't getting orgasms. I read all of those exposing the women, and they got mad that was you're just trying to make us gay. No, bitch. You already gay. You're
already gay.
No,
Yeah.
you're already gay because you get with men and you try to force them to behave like women. You hate women, but you trying to transform a man into a woman. Right?
Sure.
You
just
like
based
dick.
on
You like dick, but you also will participate in a fucking threesome if your dust ball tell you to.
right. Just the fact alone of us needing each other for emotional support shows that we are naturally bisexual. But women can't get beyond this act of sex. That's what they can't get beyond. This is beyond the act of sleeping with a woman. This is just us needing each other biologically or whatever.
Correct.
Right? We do need each other.
Yeah.
Men don't operate that way. We do. We need each other. This is why we have friend groups and sister group and all these things, because we cannot get those things from men.
Mm-hmm.
But because women hate women, they don't want to admit that, and they would rather try to force men into being what they hate.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. I mean, that's just the bottom line. So women hate themselves.
Yes,
So
of
because
course.
they hate themselves, that's why they hate other women. And
Yes.
they can't take a message from a woman that actually embraces self and other women.
Sure.
Because
Sure.
they're not
Sure.
comfortable with that. Right?
And the thing is, when you evolve, sex, the act, is something that you don't really focus on a lot. Like,
Correct.
that's what women don't understand. So we're not coming from a place, like, I love being around women. I want to be around women. I wish more women would evolve, right? Speaking to you is refreshing. There's not a lot of this, right? So but women don't think that way because they're not evolved. They're thinking of getting their rocks off.
Yeah.
I'm no better than a man. That doesn't make me feel good.
Because the women the women say that. Listen,
Yes.
I have saved a few Facebook posts that went viral, and it's of these women looking at other women sexually, talking about they know better than a man. Ooh, she fine.
Right.
I want to
Yep.
try. And it's these same women that'll sit up here and say they don't like me because I'm
Right.
supposedly gay and trying to turn them.
Right.
Bitch, you're already fucking gay.
You're already gay. Yep.
What you
Yep.
mean?
Yep. But they can't stand the fact. Women just need to learn. Women need to really get with themselves, right? Getting with yourself, mastering yourself, is going to relieve all of this bullshit. You focus less on men. You stop caring about a lot of things. You're not, once you get with yourself, getting over that sexual desire, which keeps people bound, men and women. Get over that, and then you will be able to see clearer.
Correct. And that's another. That's one thing that they don't like. So what? We just not supposed to have sex?
Yes. What about
Women
my
can-
needs? Right.
Exactly. Women cannot fathom a life without that. And see and people talk. They don't even understand that. Like, next month will be a full year that I've been dating my current girlfriend. Most people cannot fathom that our relationship is not built on sex. It ain't a lot of
Right.
fucking sex going on here, because this is a mental connection. And the true relationships are built from the mind, not the waist down.
That's why their relationships don't last.
That's
because
exactly.
It's lust.
It's
They're
lust.
getting with people they're lusting for, and then they're ending up in these relationships, right? They got kids, and, well, I might as well stay with him, or I might as well be with her, because it's not really anything. There's no foundation there. And so people don't realize, when you're getting this, the other stuff really, it doesn't really matter. You can have it or you don't have to. It's not really a big deal, but people have no control over themselves. They're empty, and they need to fulfill themselves with sex, and they're still not getting it.
And still not getting it. Because I keep telling women, a lot of women don't even understand what attraction is, okay? And so this is an esoteric conversation, really. But what I will say is that humans are born codependent. You are born codependent.
Of course.
All right?
Of course.
And so what it is this masculine and feminine counterpart thing, because you are physically codependent. And I mean the physical vessel is codependent. The magnet that draws to create a whole is sex. Sex is the magnet. So the worst thing that you could do is try to build a relationship based on who you physically attracted to. Because that draw is not actually a good thing. That's your downfall, the sex.
Right.
So you have to transmute this energy from the body and push it to the mind so that you could create a new desire and a new draw. And the energy at this point, this is a frequency that you are attracted to, and you're no longer looking at the physicality, the body. You're looking to be drawn to like minds.
Yes.
And women are afraid of that because they know if they raise themselves up, that the higher they go, it ain't gonna be no men up there.
The less men.
The
Yes.
less men up there.
Yes.
And you might be around more women. I'm not
Yes.
gay, so I'm just never gonna give up men, blah, blah, blah. So they keep themselves vibrating at a low
But
level.
when you get there, you ain't thinking about that
You
anyway.
ain't. That's what I'm saying. But here's
Yeah.
the thing: they don't understand that because
Right.
they've never been there. They still
Right.
thinking in the way that they know how to think. So when they think about getting up there, they know good and well it ain't gonna be men up there. You know how you know that?
Right.
Because the men have already told you, shit. Once you get a house and you buy yourself a car, and you got all this stuff. What can a man do? You disqualified yourself from a man just with
Right.
just with materialism. Listen,
Right.
just
Right.
with materialism, being able to have a job and take care of yourself, the men don't want to fuck with you. You
Right.
start elevating on all 6 cylinders outside of just being able to financially take care of yourself. If you
Right.
mentally, emotionally, and physically stable and spiritual, ain't no man gonna be in your damn
It ain't-
vicinity.
right. And you won't feel no way about it.
And you
Like
won't.
that's the relief. Like you won't. Women always ask me, well, what do you feel, what do you do with being lonely? And I'm like, lonely? I like me. I'm here. I'm not by myself. Right? But it's hard and again, as humans, we do desire to talk to people, to connect with people, but it's going to be on a different level.
Correct.
It's not going to be carnal, right? Women are carnal and primal just like men are. They're the same thing. They just hate the fact that men get away with it more than women, or it's more acceptable for men to be carnal and primal, right? But women are the same. They're no different. They're cheaters just like men. They sleep around just like men. They have rotations just like men. They're the same thing. It's just that men are not vilified for it the way women are.
Yeah. And that's unfortunate that people want to be the worst aspects. I can't stand even when black folks, even when we take it to race. Well, he got away with a pedophile ring. Why can't we get away with a pedophile ring? Okay,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You ain't comparing yourself to the top stuff that people do. You want to do the worst shit. Since he got away with murder, why I can't get away with murder? He can cheat. Why I can't cheat? Why the hell would I want to be around anybody who think like that? That's your default thought process.
Yes.
You don't want to find a way to be better. I don't want to be the bigger person. I want to get my lick back.
Yes.
Well, I don't want to be
I
around
wanna
you.
cheat back.
So I don't want to I don't want to be friends with people that's the majority of the thought process. And for me to have my peace means that I got to be most secluded. For you to be lonely tells me that number one, you don't like yourself, and you got a whole bunch of shit you need to fix in yourself, because to be around a bunch of people says that you don't know yourself, you don't know those people, and the value of actually being whole. Because when you're whole, you don't want to be around most people, because those people ain't got nothing going for themselves but destruction.
And you start to listen to people differently. Like listening to conversations is exhausting, right? Being around the average person is because you vibrate at such a different level. It's like, what are y'all talking about?
Right.
So you don't even want to be. You don't get lonely because that's your other option, is to be around that. Well, I don't want that.
Exactly.
So I'm going to work on myself, right? But again, it's hard for women to do that because you don't know how long that's going to take. Right. We want to know, well, when did you start working on yourself? What difference does it make? It ain't going to help you. You need to know what you need to do for yourself. Women want a deadline, right? I'm going to get my degree in June. Right. I want to master myself. Mastering yourself is for the rest of your life.
The rest of your life. And that's why it's so funny.
Right.
That's why it's so funny, because when people see me, all they constantly see is transformation. I saw some op talking about, man, Priscilla, she always changing. Ain't no, I mean, I understand transformation, but damn, you don't transform that goddamn much. Who the hell say? Because these people don't evolve. right?
Yes.
So when
Yes.
people can't rock and roll with a lot of stuff that I say because they don't understand the process of evolution.
You have to
They
be able to keep up
You
with
got to
you.
keep up, and people can't keep
Yes.
up, right? Because
Yes. Yes.
I never stay the same. When you go back and look at me on Facebook back in 2014,
Mm-hmm.
2015, 2016, I'm nothing now. I'm not
But
even
as it should be.
as it
As
should
it
be.
should be. Right.
Even 3 years from the time I started YouTube 3 years ago to now, I have evolved. The message has evolved, and people
Right.
stuck way back there. Stuck way
And
back
that's
there.
what they want, but that's what they want to talk about. It's weird, right? I tell people you are emotionally attached to parts of me that I don't even recognize anymore.
Right.
Because that's where they relate to. They relate to your former self. They can't relate to where you are because there's too much work being done.
Yes.
What they're trying to do is keep up with you instead of keeping up with themselves.
Correct.
Take what they can get from you and work on yourself. They want you to remain where they are connected to, what they understand, what they relate to. And this is why eventually you just stop dealing with people altogether.
You do.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is why women, right? They should know this, because every time y'all work on yourself, you leave the man because he can't keep up with you.
Correct.
It's no different. So,
yeah, that's the
anyway.
truth. Hey, but I've enjoyed this conversation.
I enjoy you too, Princella. I think this was a long time coming, and I appreciate your work, and I respect you, and I love what you do.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Welcome.
Likewise.
You're welcome, honey.
Indeed.
Same. Thank you.
Got it.
Thank you.
You want to tell them where they can follow you at?
Okay, so I am. Let me look, because I'll be forgetting. I'm on Instagram, Rich Red Witch _Rich_Red_Witch. Facebook and is Lilith Sheba Babylon, and TikTok is Rich Red Witch, I believe. Yeah, so Facebook, there's a lot of fake pages of me. You know it's my page because you can subscribe to my content. That's how you know it's me.
I do before I let you go. I did save this video. You'll have to probably look at your phone to be able to see it as I play it on the screen. But I want to show everybody this chick that called herself. I want you to hear the mentality. Now she talking about me, of course, but I want you to see the mentality of people who are dumb, right? And you can see the jealousy, you can see the envy, you can see the hate. Let me get my let me do this. Here we go. Yeah. So you just pull up the live so you can see it on your phone.
Women know, and I say this all the time. Women know what women do to each other. Women know what's being done to women like us, and they don't want that. Yeah. So they play small. Women know what they do to you.
Yeah.
Women know how they really feel about you. Because everybody that's saying, they ain't really fucking with you like that, right? So they know. So this is what women are afraid of.
And that's why when I first came out and saying that men need women and women need each other, that we need to be in community with women, a lot of women was opposed to that. And the reason why they was opposed to that, because they know how hateful and wicked they are. They know that. See, I didn't see women like that. I didn't see women like that when I first. See, women showed me that they was like that. Women taught me that they was like that. And they showed me why women can't get along. Because when they did what they did to me, and the internet, the women all resonated with that, they showed me far more than they thought they showed me. Right?
Of course. Yeah. Of course. Even when, it was announced that, we were going to speak, some of the comments, right? Most of them were like, I can't wait, right? But then there were those like, oh, interesting. Oh, I didn't think that would happen. Just seeing women to get together should be, wow, I love this. Yeah,
no, they hate that. No, they
hate it. And what I'm never going to do, I'm never going to give women that.
Yeah.
Right? I'm never, like someone, I don't know if this is true, but someone said that someone told you that I wouldn't speak to you. And I'm like, well, that's not true. Right. But women like drama.
They love
They
it.
like all the bullshit. And so they know how they are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like that. So I'm always willing to speak to people of my ilk. Let's be clear, though. I'm not just be talking to
Me too.
anybody, right? People of my ilk, preferably women. Preferably. I don't really want to talk to men because it's always going to turn into a relationship thing. And I'm not trying to convince men of shit.
Right. And
Right?
people always ask why I always talk to men, why I don't talk to women. Well, first and foremost, I've been open to talk to any woman who actually wanted to talk to me. Any of these content creators, none of these content creators wanted to talk to me. All of the ones that people, you should talk to this person, them folks don't want to deal with me.
Because they're not really about what you're saying.
They're not really about this shit, right? And I've been open because I truly have, from the beginning, I wanted to deal with women, collaborate with women, create community with women. All these women didn't want to do it, right? And but the only men was the only ones wanting to talk to me. And it's not because they supported me, it's because it was an opportunity for them to dominate me, to try to dominate me.
Of course.
They were open, they always open to talk to me. Right? I don't never try to convince men of shit. I don't talk to men to convince men. I talk to men to show women that no matter who I talk to, this how it's gonna come out. Right? I'm gonna be able to pull it out of them.
Sometimes you have to do that in order to show the contrast. Sometimes women can't see what you're saying until they see what you're saying in real time.
Exactly.
Right. So, but women don't want to see stuff like this because they don't really want to heal. And also, a lot of times, women don't want to talk to you because they know what they say and do behind the scenes. Now they're going to look hypocritical.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I thought you didn't like her. Or I thought this. Right. So they can't do it. They can't, feed into, and they're not really about it. Right. So it's a lot of shit with women. Women know what women do to each other.
Yeah.
They know exactly what happens.
Yeah.
Right. And they don't know any other. So I'm not going to feed into that. And the only way out of this is mastering yourself and community with women. And that's the hill I'm going to die on. It has to be with women.
Yeah, that's it. And so it's, I still help women, but I got, and that's why I love my book club. My book club is fantastic. It's a certain type of woman that I deal with, and I've been rolling with this for a minute, and I'm scholarly, and I value women who appreciate scholar. I mean, I got some dope ass women that's really top dogs. Like they doing their thing in their field.
They get it.
They get it. You know what I mean? And it's great because I don't have no problems. I got 40 something people in one. I got 2 sections of my book club. And it's 20 in one and it's 40 in another one. And when I tell you, it's very rare that you can get all these women together and not have a single fucking problem. Not a single
problems.
Goddamn problem.
And women
no
don't
gossip,
believe
no
that.
Nothing.
No nothing.
Yeah.
Women don't believe. Like they'll ask me all the time, well, how do you deal with women? Because they see women lash out on me online. I said, in my spaces, we together.
Yeah.
We don't do that in my spaces because when you come in to learn, and you putting your money up. Women are not messing around. Women are doing what they do, but it's not on a grand scale. So I see the results of what I'm teaching.
Yes,
I see it. Right. So it's real, but women don't want to do what's necessary to get there.
Yeah. No, you got to lead them with men. Let the men.
No, it's the truth.
No, yeah.
It's the truth. Some women need to be in the house under the covering of a man, and I say it, and they think I'm joking. No, some of them need to be out of the way.
Do.
It's no helping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say leave them with them. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
They belong
don't
together.
Save them.
Yeah. Don't save them. Let me show you this.
Okay.
Let's see.
You said open up the live, right?
Yeah, you got to open it because you're not gonna be able to see it when I put it on the screen. So you got to go to the live. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I think. Okay. Let's see. You check this out here. All right. Check this out.
Okay.
It's a long time coming for me to be able to address this. So many women claim that they can't listen to me because, oh, Princella doesn't like men. Oh, Princella is a lesbian. How on earth could I take her advice? She wants us all to be gay. And when I hear women say that, it brings me to the conclusion that those women are extremely desperate.
I'm actually surprised and a little disappointed that you believe that this unsatisfactory explanation is you actually addressing what was being said of you. Because to me, it just seems like you deflected. For starters, your behavior seems off to me because usually when you come on my timeline, this is what you look like. This right here. This person right here, who is this? Like, who is this? This person you putting on with the wig and the makeup and the talking like,
It's like you're cosplaying a woman. And then sometimes you're cosplaying a man. And sometimes you're cosplaying both. It's like, what is this?
That's a performative contradiction. That's an inconsistent persona presentation. It makes me feel like you have some type of mental health disorder, like you got multiple personalities or something. Now, I can respect image management, strategic self-presentation. Kind of got to do that when you're a content creator. But this really looks like dissociative identity disorder. The reason why women should be listening to you when it comes to advice about men is because you try to make it seem like men are the worst people in the world, right? You got all of these different archetypes that explain men negatively, but then you turn around and you want to be one. And that's the problem. That's why women think you want other women to be lesbian.
So I am the author of the 41 Shades of Men, The Pursuit to Subdue and Use You, where I've come up with 41 different archetypes of men and what they pursue and use women for. I would like to know why you think I'm so desperate to yearn and urge and crave for a man to want to roach up on me and live in my house. Because I'm under the impression that your idea of liking a man is just digging in the dumpster for dirty eggplant.
Okay, let's pretend that all men are, in fact, the 41 archetypes that you have claimed they are. Then that would mean you're telling us this because you want us to want you, which is technically a man with a snatch.
You claim.
Wait, what? Wait, bitch, what? So I'm cosplaying a woman, but I am a woman. But you look at me and call me a man because I wear my natural fucking face and a baseball cap.
Right.
So to be a woman is wigs and makeup every day, right? And if I'm telling you to stay away from men, it's because supposedly I want you. Supposedly I want to spend my life licking pussy day in and day out. Even though y'all fuck anything. Nasty, dick cheese, doo-doo, Fruit of the Looms, and all that. I'm supposed to want to put my dream about putting my face in your cooter every day. Nothing that I say about building relationships from the mind, getting back to adding value to the planet, stop bringing children in the world that you gonna fuck up. None of that. I'm saying what I'm saying because I supposedly want to keep my nose in dirty pussy day in and day out. Right? This is the type of thought process of a bitch that listen to me. That they don't even listen to me. Of a bitch that come across me, right?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, these women are women that's getting used and abused in their houses. They catching STDs. They got the STD man is on social media letting you know, I got a bunch of STDs and I'm not gonna stop fucking. And it ain't never gonna stop me from doing. Women constantly come, but I'm supposedly hating men by just saying what I'm saying about them that the women can see is true, but I'm supposedly saying it because I just want women, not because I'm a goddamn woman that has dealt with men. Not because I'm a woman that know anything about men that's helping. Nope. It's because I'm a man with a snatch. These people are sick.
But why do women think that they need to speak up on the behalf of men? Why do you feel like you have to speak about a woman and her appearance, which has nothing to do with her message, right? Why do you feel like you need to do that on behalf of men? Women do this to me too a lot. They say I bash men or because I'm not promoting women to be with men, so I'm bashing them. Women do this to me too. She said something about me before, but
yeah. Yeah. The bottom of the barrel. It'd be the bottom of the barrel, but it's the mentality.
Out of all the things that you talk about and teach, that is what bothered her. That what you said about men. But women, but you're the pick me.
Right.
Out of everything, I could see if she was attacking something you said about women, but you're mad because of what you said about men.
Correct.
But this is what women do to each other. This is what women do to each other. And this is what women are bullies unconsciously. The things women do to each other, it keeps us from actually being who we truly are supposed to be. And so when they see women like us under fire, they're like, I don't want to do that. I don't blame them. Right? I don't want to step into my power, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be what we're doing, but whatever it is, because I know that the opposition is going to come do to me what's being done to them.
Right.
But this is a part of the game. This is what it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, it is what it is. But Lily, I appreciate you coming here. A lot of women
same, honey,
been wanting me talking to somebody, and they really wanted me to talk to you. And out of all the people, you was the only person that made sense to talk to anyway.
Same here. Because they know, because my people know I don't talk to people on nothing. Because I think most people are incredibly stupid. Just keep it there. And I said, but one person I will talk to is Princella, and they will tell you that. Yeah. That's one person I will talk to. And if I'm going to talk to somebody, it's going to be a woman.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because for some reason, men think I'm on their side or nah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why, because I'm saying what I say about women, that women think I'm on men's side and men think I'm on their side. First of all, I'm not saying what I'm saying to get accepted by none of you. I'm saying what I'm saying because it's the truth.
It's the truth.
That people need to own up to, so that way we can change the world to be a better place for us and our children, right? Because we all have to live amongst each other. So me being a better person actually is better for you. I would like you to be a better person for you and for all of us.
Because this is the collective. Yes. We are the feminine collective. When you're good, I'm good. Because whatever you have, this is community. Yes. You're sharing with me. You gave me something that I didn't have to pay for. Right? I'm listening humbly because whatever you have, I can learn from, or I wouldn't be in this space.
Right.
I don't waste my time like that. So this is what community is. This is what women need. But we got to get over hating each other.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. I hope you have a
Thank
good
you,
night.
Honey. You as well. Have a good week.
All right. Bye-bye.
Take care.
All right. That was a great show. I'm happy about that. Let me go ahead and read these super chats. I know people had questions, so we'll answer these questions. Now, let's see. Dominic Robinson. $10. When women finally start trusting themselves fully, it is then where the rewards and compensation for lost times and the missed opportunity starts paying off. Absolutely. Carly J, $20. JC, $5. Respect. Nelly B, $5. Be sure to like the live. Please do. Candy Cane Lane, $10. It's 2025. The coddling of women has to stop. Everything is moving so fast in this world, we're not going to have a choice in a minute but to have thick skin. This is dope. Thank you so much. Coach AC, $10. I am here, $5. 334 girl, $10. I'm en route to early retirement because I always chose me. And people trying to ruin my peace and trying to play matchmaker. I promise I'm good, sis. I'm here, $10. Thank you for this info, ladies. Ozzy C, $10. Hi, my question, how to deal with older female family members that pressure you for children and a man in your life. I don't want to disrespect them, but they damn near insult me about it. Thank you. Well, just flip it back on them. You know, find some slick shit to say, right? Oh, when hell freeze over. Oh, I guess I see you next lifetime. Do anything. Just make them feel like shit in the most respectful way. Right? Because that's what I do. When you pay for them. When you gonna have them. When you pay for them. Lily, $5. Do you think this is one of the reasons why women aren't transparent about the difficulties of motherhood? Absolutely. Absolutely. Women don't want to be singled out. Women want to blend in. They don't want to stand out unless they competing with a woman because they got picked by a man. That's the only time they want to stand out. They scared to be the front runners or something. They scared to speak. Team Bear, $10. Listening to you both is refreshing and empowering. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. Day Love, $10. I thoroughly enjoyed this collab. Perfect end to my work week while doing my hair and sipping some wine. I learned so much from you both. Monet Goddess, $10. So glad to be a witness to this amazing collaboration. I thank you ladies for being the trailblazers that you are. Thank you so much. Candy Cane Lane, $5. P, that content creator got no room to talk when she first hit the scene. She was pregnant by a married man living in a hotel. True. See, it always be the bottom feeders that got something to say. See, I don't even know these people. I don't know now one of these people. So for you to tell me that she was pregnant by a married man living in a hotel room, bitch, you don't even have the privilege of even having my name in your mouth. It's a bunch of haters online that I don't know from Adam, that the only way they could get some attention is to say my name, right? And these people want me to be a bad person so bad. I can't understand why people are so desperate for me to be evil and low level. These people want me to be a woman abuser. They want it to be true so bad that I'm abusive, that I'm worse than the men. They want to believe that shit so bad. And can't none of them produce no proof of this shit. They just say it because a motherfucker got told no, bitch. You can't scam in my groups. I'm kicking you out. Oh. No, bitch, I'm breaking up with you. We are done. I'm going to destroy her. I'm just going to say this, that, the other one, and a bunch of bottom feeders believe the shit. Because they want me to be evil so bad. Sarah, $5. You the GOAT. Love you, P. Queen Lynn, $2. No excuse for her insulting you, P. Queen Lynn, $5. Exactly. Please do this again. Look, I sure appreciate y'all. It's been wonderful. I knew this was going to be a great conversation, and I'm so glad that we had it. And maybe y'all will go back and rewind it and listen to it again. All right. If you hadn't hit the like and the subscribe button and you enjoyed this show, go ahead and like and subscribe, because over here, I just tell the raw truth about everything. I'm the dot connector. I speak human behavior, psychology, philosophy, neurology, biology, all that. I connect all the dots to give you a full picture of the reality that you live in. And you can use that information to better your life if you want to better it. All right? The choice is yours. See y'all on the next one.